everybody. Welcome to I believe this is the 4th annual Intermission Christmas special. Yes, it is the 4th annual. And in the words of John Lennon, there's a snowman waiting in the park. He's a bit chilly and he's wearing a scarf, but it's not chilly in the house of the Intermission because we're all cuddly and warm by the fireplace. And the warmth isn't just from the fire. The warmth is also from the love that we have for cinema and bullshit. We're your host, Oscar W. Fitchett.
That was fucking beautiful, and I am Robbie's leader. I have nothing insightful to say. That was fucking gorgeous. What are you going to say, and in the words of John Lennon, imagine there's no heaven. I was like, where the fuck are you going with this?
The joke being as well, because nothing makes a joke funnier than me explaining the joke. The joke being that, obviously, John Lennon didn't sing that song, but obviously that isn't even a song as well. The joke being David Bowie did "There's a Starman Waiting in the Sky," but then I did sing, and
it was very good, mate. I used to feel quite bad because I don't know how. I mean, it must have slipped my mind that this was a Christmas episode, and I've got absolutely nothing Christmassy going on. So I've rummaged around and I found my traditional Christmas time wig, which I will now place on my head. Hang on. This is such fucking good content for the audio listeners.
If I'm even uploading at this time,
they're gonna love this. Yes. The traditional Christmas time wig.
So why is that the Christmas time wig, Robbie?
Because it keeps me nice and warm.
Okay.
In the Christmas time, it has lots of holiday cheer.
Okay.
And of course, this is the wig that John Lennon was wearing when he performed Starman for the first time.
Yes. When he performed Snowman for the first time.
Yes, sorry, yes, of course. Snowman. Yeah. Fantastic.
I mean, to be fair, it does look. You do now look like a singer from the 80s that would have came out with a Christmas tune.
Exactly. Oh, I've got a ski suit. I could wear that.
You got a ski suit?
Hang on. Right, give me 2 minutes.
Okay.
We can cut this.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will.
Right, Right, let me take my jeans off.
Do it in front of the camera.
Bow, 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 bow. Fucking Tyler's wet dreams.
Is that the name of the tale for this one? Tyler's wet dreams.
No, it's not. I wish. The Tyler tale. I think you're gonna love it actually.
Oh, okay.
I think this is gonna be up there with your favourites.
Right. Okay, I'm excited.
Okay, now I feel more Christmassy. Actually, this is gonna work. There's nothing more Christmassy than a ski suit I got for 30 quid at a charity shop.
That's not too bad. I assume.
I thought it was good. Yeah, I imagine that's very good.
I've never been ski suit shopping myself, so I would only assume that that's.
Well, I've never been skiing. I got it for Leo's dad's stag do.
Right, okay.
Which was about as much of a laugh as you'd imagine.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, right, do the buttons up, Rob, come on.
How is our Leo? He wasn't at the wrestling.
Oh, he's alright. He's doing well, bless him. He might be going to Africa.
Oh, right. What, on a holiday or to emigrate?
I'll elaborate no further. So.
You know what? No,
Merry Christmas, everyone.
You now do look like you're cosplaying as some 80s singer that I can't even.
It's good.
I don't even know.
I'm so glad that the camera on my laptop won't show my crotch because it's a mess down there right now.
Oh, is it just a bunch?
It rides up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna. Come on. I'll take the wig off. I feel the ski suit is. I'm sorry. It was itchy. I feel like the ski suit is Christmassy enough.
Hang on. Do you know what I'm going to do more of this content. Give a little bit of it, and I'm going to ask
Yes.
all the Intermission listeners and viewers.
Yes.
What their favorite Christmas film is.
Oh, nice.
And then we'll revisit that at the end of the episode.
That's a good idea actually, because people do listen to this and it's a Christmas episode.
Yeah.
So
hang on.
It's all coming again.
Hang on. Where's the
what?
Why have they changed the I feel like Instagram have changed.
What?
Oh no, they made it weird. Hang on, I'm going to put a song on.
Putting a song on?
On the there you go.
Oh.
On these.
Hell yeah! My favorite Christmas tune.
You know what?
Just
I try like say to my dad at one point where I'm like, you know what my favorite Christmas song is? It's the Ozzy Osbourne song "Dreamer." I was like, that's not a Christmas song. I went, yeah, but the music video has him in a snowy house with a piano, so you know.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Fucking E17, Stay Another Day. It's not a Christmas song.
No.
It's just because they've got fucking snow in the music video.
Yeah.
You know, tell you what's more of a Christmas song, the fucking Goblin song behind me.
The Goblin song.
This is the Goblin song.
I'm trying to work this out.
Look at that cunty goblin slaying up a storm.
That's not. Hang on. Instagram have done something weird where they've changed the whole layout of things. So I'm trying to work out how I ask people.
I'd like to say...
there is question. Here we go.
Yeah?
Yep. No, go on. What were you going to say?
I'd just like to say to the audience that I apologise for my hair. It rained on the way home and I haven't had a chance to dry it, and then I put a wig on. So, what do you want from me? You fucking scumbags.
And then I'll tag you and I in this post.
Very nice, thank you.
Oscar, Robbie the Tweed.
That is me. Hello.
Get a green filtery on that, and then and the right answer to that. I mean, everyone has their own opinion, but there are right and wrong answers.
Have you put it as a poll, or is it
like a question, not a poll?
Oh, okay.
Just a question.
Cool.
The right and wrong answer. There are many right answers, and there's loads of wrong answers. But my right answer is "It's a Wonderful Life." That is the number one for me. Anything Lewis says is the best is the wrong answer.
What did he say? What's that?
Well, the Santa Claus is his favorite.
Fuck off.
But he is also big on Christmas with the Cranks. And what was another one?
I've just had like fucking Vietnam flashbacks to the movie Christmas with the Cranks. Completely forgot that existed until you've just said. Does that have John Goodman in it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
No, Tim Allen. Tim
Allen.
So Lewis just likes any Christmas film with Tim Allen in it.
Because he's an idiot.
So yeah. Including all three Santa Claus films, all three of them.
All three, even the weird time travel one,
even the weird Nazi one. Yes, that one as well.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, no.
There it is. It looks like I've got goblin ears on that photo.
It does look,
which is nice, isn't it? Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, I'll save what my favorite Christmas film is and let you introduce this episode.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. And that's why I was going to also open this episode. We're going like, and in the words of Stained, it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know who Stained is, but it has been. It's been a little while. It's
been a little while. We skipped out on the Halloween episode just because timing. But you know, kind of because the Halloween episode was going to be on The Exorcist, but even thinking about that, I even forgot I saw the Exorcist Believer.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That
movie. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't forget that I saw Saw X, and the fact that we're going to get Saw Xy next year. Next September. And do you know what this is what I mean? Bless all these little children who are like the Reeses and the Garys, who are like, next year, they're gonna have to have a script ready now. They better have started filming already. I'm like, oh, child, did you this is how they operate this franchise for like 7 years at one point.
Have you seen Saw 5, you stupid bitch?
That film was definitely a product of like waiting for a few months. No, I think they were making those films like as like they were getting released or some shit. They were like, keep them going. Keep
it turning, baby.
Keep it going. We don't. These make back like tens of millions of dollars, but we spend like a fraction of that on the budget. So we're making.
But Mr. Wan, Jigsaw died 4 movies ago. I don't care. Do a prequel. I don't give a fuck.
Also, bless you to think that James Wan had any input past the first one.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, but you know what? If they keep doing it, you know what? Another trip up for all you lot next September or like next early October for Saw XE. I don't know where this is going to be. I think they wanted Hoffman back, which.
Oh well, yeah, he was in the. It was in the. Sorry, spoilers for Saw X. I guess he was in the post credits one.
Yes, and he pleased everyone. No,
by
only
everyone
Reese.
you mean Reese.
I think Reese was the only man who's like this guy.
He was like, yes, fucking screaming at the screen. Yeah,
for Detective Hoffman.
Jesus Christ, dear God.
I mean, you've got up to Saw 5 now.
Yeah.
So now you're caught up on Hoffman. Now Now get ready to see the lunacy that he causes in the next 2 films.
Dear God. I mean, you know, I've never been more excited for anything, I think, than to see this guy, this boring ass guy that's not Tobin Bell, do a Jigsaw.
I mean, Tobin might be in it.
Well, he will be in it because he's in fucking all of them.
No, he's on Spiral.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. There's a picture of him though.
Yeah, they do have like a little mugshot of him.
There's a little mugshot of him. Where they're like,
do you
remember the Saw movies?
Was it the 4th or the 5th one where they show him like on Time magazine or some shit? But, like,
he's like Man of the Year or some shit.
It's like why has John Kramer got like GQ like headshots? Like what is?
It does like 73 questions with GQ. It's like fuck. So this is my bathroom.
he's like. God, yeah, it's like he's like a serial killer. That'll be the equivalent of if like John Wayne Gacy Jr. got like on the cover of like the New Yorker.
Someone should do that as a sketch where it's one of them 73 question interviews going around someone's house and it slowly starts to become obvious that this guy's a serial killer.
No, that would be good. That would be a genuinely amazing marketing plan for like Lionsgate to do. Like if they get in on like Vogue or whatever. And they do like a collab thing and then get Tobin Bell to like go through.
That would be great.
This is my puppet.
If they ever did a reboot, and which they shouldn't, don't ever fucking do it. But if they ever did a reboot of American Psycho,
God,
that'd be such a good way to announce it. Like, don't say anything and then release a teaser trailer for something. It's just somebody going around their fucking mansion and then they reveal at the end that they're a murderer or whatever.
Again, I'm not saying they should do this, but an updated adaptation of American Psycho in today's day and age would actually be really good. I think.
That'd be interesting.
I think because like obviously like the whole thing behind that film's like how like vapid and vain people are, and that took place in the 80s. Like you could do so much with like influencer culture now with that,
and like the fucking the guys with oh god, do you know what words almost came out of my mouth right then? I was gonna say, like fucking guys with a podcast, and then And then here we are doing a fucking podcast. Jeez,
there's one thing I always want to tread like that line gently, like because I don't want I don't want to be too like structured with the podcast, but I never want to be like like when if you're like skimming through like Instagram or whatever or TikTok, and I don't go on TikTok. I just have Instagram. That's enough for me, and I need to stop. Fall into scrolling on reels more often than I'm doing it.
Yeah, mate, same. Jesus.
I need to try stuff. But you know, like if you come across just like a clip and it's just like a bunch of dudes with a microphone,
oh my God.
and they but they're not talking about anything. You just know that's just the podcast.
And it's like that's the grind set.
It's not even that. It's just people just being like I saw like Reese send me a clip of like one of like where it's like I'm losing my faith in humanity, where it's just like a guy being like, what like animal could you take on? And then the one guy goes, a fish. And then the other guy's, not, I said an animal. And he went, yeah, a fish. It went, a fish isn't an animal. What do you mean? It's like, not a monkey's an animal. A fish isn't. And I was like, and that was just, I was like, what? Like, you know, like, but like, that's
this?
like, imagine having that much like time where you could like,
Jesus.
they spent the money on like Shaw microphones, like the really expensive microphones.
Oh,
God. They've got the 2 cameras set up. And they're like,
well, just imagine having that confidence
to
think people fucking care.
Give a shit. Yeah.
I mean, you know, I worry about this all the time.
So
but you know, but the idea to have the confidence just go, oh, because what animal could you take on in a fight?
like that's
and
the
be
episode.
like, people are gonna love this. You know what I mean?
They hit the stop button on like the task cam and they go like, I think we got a good one there, fellas.
Yeah, guys, I think we fucking nailed this.
Get that up.
Hell yeah.
Clip that out. Get that go viral.
Get that on TikTok.
Get that on TikTok. Get the captions on and whatnot.
Put it on a split screen with some fucking GTA driving. What is that about? What the fuck is that? Put it on a split screen with fucking Fall Guys. What am I doing? What are we doing? What's this?
There's like, you know what? Because there's some things when I'm on Instagram, like, you know what? Okay, I'm glad that I watched that. Or like that, you know, I get hooked in on like random daft things where it's like, oh, it's his like a wrestling edit. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That was a cool edit. That's Or they show like a thing where like someone gets their face like kicked like in wrestling, not in real life, but just like the hardest kick. Oh, that was violent. Nice. And then I see like, then I scroll to another thing and it's just like the dumb shit like that where it's just like, but it's just like where it's nothing. And it's just like that stupid like TikTok like robotic voice where it's like
me when I don't.
Oh, like it's like what? But it'd be so much stupid where it's like
me when I'm thirsty and I want a drink,
and it's just someone just sat just like gormless. I'm like, what was that? What is
this?
What was that?
Who made this?
Like, what's the punchline? What's the joke?
Dear God.
Anyway.
Now, I mean, it has been a while for us. It's been a little while. I've been on a little spiritual journey. In the meantime, it's been beautiful, man. It's been so good. I've been doing yoga.
Cool. How are you more flexible?
I don't know. I've never been put into a position where I've had to be. I imagine, you know, if I was mugged, I'd find out if I was flexible because I could just do like a fucking splits up a wall, and if I could, I'd be very happy with myself.
I thought you said you could do like the Neo, like what? Like,
well, yeah, maybe I can. I don't fucking know.
You I said, spider crawl away, just like
exactly, and we'll never know that until it happens. So, but for the time being, the yoga, I feel good on a morning. It grounds me. I concentrate on my breathing, but I haven't yet fully bought into it. There's the bit at the end. I do fucking what's she called?
This bit.
What's she called?
We Fit.
No. Yoga with fucking Adrian, right? It's the one that it's literally what everyone does, and if anyone fucking knows what I'm talking about, this is gonna be so funny. But she first of all, she stresses me out sometimes because she goes way too quick. She's like, "Oh, now get into Warrior 3. Fuck is what are you doing? What is this? Fuck you." So I've started doing other ones for like balance. And then that allows me to do other things. But at the end of every session, she goes, "Now we close out with Namaste," and I'm like, "Fuck off," because I haven't, you know, come on, man, I'm not fucking Namasteing on this. It's not gonna happen. But yes, I've been doing yoga. Anything else? That's probably it, actually. I think that in the months that we haven't done this, I think my spiritual journey is just I've done yoga like a few times.
You know.
Well, actually, we talk about mental health on this podcast, don't we?
Yes.
Sometimes. Yeah, it's a supporting of mental health. I've been doing a thing with Mind, the charity. They do a little thing where it's like, hey man, fucking they don't swear, but they're like five goals. You get.
Hey motherfucker! Hey, sup bitch!
sup you fucking bitch! Are you feeling sad? You cunt! Get on, come on down. No, they do these sessions where you can sign up for it, and then they'll give you you fill in a little form, going like, I'm sad, and then they'll say, hey, you get 5 sessions, 5 weeks in a row, where you have a call with somebody, you talk about how your week's been, and they give you little fucking workbooks to go through, and it gives you little exercises to do, and it's like, take what you want from it. Some of the stuff, yeah, it's helpful. Other stuff, I'm like, well, fucking, I'm not gonna do that ever.
Yeah.
Like, come on. There's one where it's like, you should eat better. Yeah, I know. I'm aware, but I fucking like burgers. So what do you want?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
What do you want from me? Is it easier for me to order a Chinese if I don't want to do anything than it is for me to cook myself a whole fucking meal? Of course it is. So but other stuff is very helpful, and then you can kind of build up a portfolio of a toolkit of things to help you out. So I've been doing that, and I would recommend it to anybody who wants that. Cool. It's there. It's not it's not going to fucking fix all your problems, but it gives you, from my perspective anyway, it's given me a way to go like, oh, actually something. My brain's doing a thing. I know what it's doing. I'm aware of it, and here's a little thing that I can do to make it a bit easier.
And what was that again? The whole thing? What was it?
It's just through Mind, but I can't remember what the fuck they actually call it.
Okay.
But
it's a Mind.
If you go on the Mind website, I'm sure it might have been like a limited time thing, but I think it's always going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So have a look on the Mind website if that appeals to you at all. I can send you a link actually, because then you can put it in the description.
Yeah, if you don't mind, actually.
Yeah. So it's been good, man. It's been very good. And now I've got a journal.
Nice.
Sometimes I read it, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I write in it, other times I don't, and that's okay.
Do you know what's mad? Because I've still got my bullet journal when I got it. When did I get it? It was like at the start of 2021.
Oh, yeah.
I just got it. And there was times where I was clearly trying to write daily, and then I stopped, because then I thought, I'm going to have like a little read through. Like, when was the last time like I did that? And it was like, you can see like January times, and then it skips over, and then there's like May. Then I just start writing something in May. I'm like, oh, that's all right. And then like there's other bits where like, do you know what's funny? Because I remember I did them because I timestamped them as well. Like, in the sense, like I write the date, and I write what time it is that I started writing it,
okay.
and then when I signed it off, and then I did like a time of when I signed off, so I can see like how long it took me to think about all this. Like, sometimes I write like a little page, and then it took me like, how did that take me like 40 minutes to think about this?
Yeah.
So all right, so that's where I was on there. But what's funny about that is like, because at the time, nice, cathartic, got them out there, but then it's even more interesting to go back to shit like that, because I'm like, that was my worry.
Yeah. Really, man.
Like I was overthinking about that.
Yeah.
Which is amusing.
Yeah.
So I have a chuckle about shit like that, and when I'm going, oh yeah, all right, cool.
It's nice
moved
to
on
reflect.
from. I've definitely moved on from all of that now.
Yeah. So well, exactly. Yeah.
So that's good.
It's a nice way to reflect on stuff, I guess. Look at me. I sound like a fucking guru. This is incredible. Maybe I should start a wellness YouTube channel.
Hey, maybe.
And then not have a Channel 4 documentary made about me being a fucking sexual deviant.
Way,
got him. Fuck you, Russell Brand. You're a piece of shit.
Do you know what I'm sick of? Do you know what I'm getting bored of?
Go on.
Because I work at the Arc, and I, more often than not, I'm working during a lot of comedy shows.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? First time a comedian makes a reference to Russell Brand.
Yeah.
That's funny. When every fucker makes a reference to Russell Brand, all right,
come on.
Move on, mate. Like, we get it.
We know.
We know. You're not saying anything else, okay? Well, he was a sexual predator. Yeah, no.
We know. This guy sucks. He should be in jail. It's bizarre that he's not, but here we are.
Well, here we are.
Fucking hell.
The other point I was going to make, this is going to be definitely a lot more level-headed Christmas special compared to last year. Maybe not. It might be different. It might be a different level of free-formness. For example, I don't have any alcohol with me.
I've got a beer.
Oh,
I could have a beer.
I've got a little bit left of my hot chocolate.
Oh yeah.
I've got a can.
Then it's on to the hard shit.
You know what? I've got a can of IPA. I'm gonna.
Oh, that's exactly what I have. Hang on. Okay, but I've got it in a bottle.
Be right back.
Shit. Everything's fine.
What have you got?
Shipyard IPA.
What have I got? It's called Cheat Code, and it's an IPA specifically brewed at Anarchy Brew.
Ah, very nice.
Where I film wrestling.
Yeah.
So, like, it wasn't this last show, it was the show before that I was about to head off at Alex Air Video Production, head of video production, went to me, he's like, do you want to grab some cans? I went, yeah, all right. Because he was me and him just went to the back, like where the fridge is, and we were just like, yeah, just take some. So I took 2. I was like,
class.
I'm not usually an IPA guy, but I actually like this.
Yeah.
I don't like pale ales. This I do like. It's got a bit of a fruitiness to it, not Christmassy, but you know.
Oh, very nice. Well, it's cranberries or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that Christmas?
Yeah, yeah. But we don't. But so I'm not going through a bottle of wine this episode,
No,
this year.
We don't. We don't have a bottle of wine, and that is the only thing stopping us. So,
quite frankly, no, it is. Genuinely, I was like, I was thinking I was thinking yesterday. I'm like, because I've got a bottle of champagne I haven't opened. I went, should I use that? I went, no, I'll save that for our Oscars episode.
That'll be nice.
I'll pop the cork for when we inevitably talk about I don't know. What is the favorite? I have predictions, but you know.
Yeah, I saw the Golden Globe ones.
We'll talk about that later.
We'll get that in the intermission.
But what? So, with that being said, should we go on to?
Oh yeah, probably talk about the fucking movie, I guess.
So, hang on, I'm just gonna finish my hot chocky. We like to drink.
Oh, sorry, was I meant to carry it on? Sorry, man.
That was outstanding. And now on to the IPA. Here we go.
Very nice. Woo. This will mix so well with the hot chocolate already in your mouth.
I've got and I've got a little half-pint glass as well to make that feels a bit more Christmassy. I don't know why.
Let's have a fucking party.
Hang on. Can I? Oh.
Oh? Have you got a nice little?
Look at that.
Oh. That's the nicest head I've seen since I last saw Oscar. Very good, thank you. I actually meant to say Tyler, but I was looking at you at the time. So that's a shame, isn't it?
Hang on. How about
Oh, wait, hang on. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Yes. That is harrowing. Can this go in? Is this allowed?
I'm keeping this in. Yeah, I'm not.
This is haunting. Just Tyler surrounded by goblins.
And Tyler just stood next to Sufjan Stevens with me. So that's.
Oh God.
Oh, geez.
That's beautiful.
I never wanted to be that close to Tyler.
I can't believe we've never done that.
What with the Tyler?
Yeah, where's my background going? What's going on?
What's up? Tyler's just
What's up?
warping.
But now people can see how sad my back fucking flat is. I don't want people to know. Jesus.
Right. Tyler. Right. While we're quickly on the topic of Tyler called me up. This is what happened. Tyler sent me a photo of when I decapitated Santa. It's a photo that I've never seen. It's just like Santa's headless like body, just getting moved out the way, and like it was just like he sent me it because it was like a 1 year ago today thing, and it was like. And he just captured, and it was captured like Oscar decapitated Santa, and I just screenshot it because I never saw the photo before, and I just laughed. He went like, "You're such a boomer. You didn't save the photo. You screenshotted it." And then I think
same fucking difference, Tyler.
Right. Okay. So I'm not an idiot then.
No, who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. And
that's
then
the kind of shit Tyler McCulloch would be upset about.
Right. Yeah. And then I went like. And then he went, "Get with the times, Oscar." I went, "Well, why don't the times get with me?" And then he went, "No one wants to get with you."
What the fuck?
There was just no need for that, is all.
There's absolutely no need for that. And that is also, speak for him fucking self. This guy.
He's in a relationship.
Yeah, well, as far as we know. So he's told us. I've never seen them in the same room together.
I have seen them in the same room together, but I will say that they do just look more like acquaintances than.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
They could just have an agreement. You know what I mean? They could just
exactly.
But anyway,
publish the contracts, Tyler.
It's like a Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley situation.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm sure we'll talk more Tyler later on.
We absolutely will.
Special. But before then, we'll talk about this year's Christmas film.
Yes.
And I don't have a spiel with me, if I'm being honest. But this year's Christmas film, we'll talk about. Let me see if I can recall it. It's the 1984. Is it? Would you class comedy horror? Comedy horror?
Yeah. We'll say comedy horror. Yeah.
It's Gremlins. It's directed by Joe Dante. It's written by Chris Columbus. Produced by Steven Spielberg. And it stars. I can't remember the lead.
It's called Zach something.
Gilligan? What's it, Gilligan?
Zach Gilligan? I don't know.
Let's actually fact check this. I need actually.
Give me a second. Shall I do the spiel?
Yeah, go on if you want.
Oh my god, this is the first time I've ever done the spiel. Starring Zach Galligan, Hoyt Axton, Jerry Goldsmith as man in telephone booth.
I was going to say Jerry Goldsmith was the composer.
Phoebe Cates, Corey Feldman, John Louis.
Feldman's in this?
Yeah, the fucking little kid in the fucking Christmas tree costume.
Oh, was that Corey Feldman?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
John Louis, Judge Reinhold, Jonathan Banks, Francis Lee McCain, Dick Miller, Glyn Turman, very good, and other people, presumably. It won no awards, I imagine, except for the one award that I alluded to earlier, in that this is my favourite Christmas film. I fucking love this movie.
Your number one Christmas film.
This is my number one. I watch it every year, without fail. It's the best.
Cool. So I assume you've seen this multiple times.
I've seen this somewhere close to 1,000 times, I imagine.
When was the first time you watched this? What's the Robbie history with this film?
The Robbie history with this film is I watched this probably when I was about 5 or 6. Younger than I should have been allowed to watch a weird little puppet get blown up in a microwave. but I fucking loved it. It's so good, and I fell in love with Gizmo. My family have a caravan,
right?
So when we would go on a holiday, we'd go in the caravan. It was a Toad thing, whatever. There were on the wall of the caravan. There is pictures that I drew as a child.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is a, dare I say, fantastic representation of the poster for Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. That's up there.
Right.
There is a thing where I drew all the Simpsons characters, but as Doctor Who characters.
Of course.
Because, I'm fucking sick. And then underneath that was a very great drawing of Gizmo from Gremlins, with the Gremlins logo above him, in his little toy car, and a really badly drawn dog in the background, and a little speech bubble coming off him saying, "Help me, woof woof," like he does in the movie.
Right.
So I liked this a lot as a child, and I've since watched it every Christmas. Gremlins 2 I've also seen. But
is that not as good?
That movie is fucking bizarre.
Okay,
It's not bad. It's just
I know Hulk Hogan shows up in a version of the film.
He does show up in the version. The only version I've seen has Hulk Hogan in it.
Okay.
But I know that he's not in some versions. But it's really weird when it.
I've seen the clip. I've seen the clip.
Well, it's bizarre because in the context of the movie, it happens like 40 minutes in. Nothing has happened yet, and it's just a regular ass fucking conversation between Christopher Lee and somebody else in the movie.
Right.
And then the film just fizzles out.
Yeah.
As if the film stock's gone wrong. And then it cuts to Hulk Hogan in a cinema watching the movie, going, what the fuck's going on or whatever. Turns around
it cuts a promo on the Gremlins or whatever.
Yeah. And it's like the Gremlins are in the projector room fucking with a projector, and then he's like, if these fucking Gremlins don't get like starts going at him. And then he rips his top off. And then it just cuts back to the movie. And there's no explanation, and it never comes up again.
I think I heard like it was only like for a while it was only in like that was only the theatrical cut. Like if you got on home video, that wasn't in there. It was just like a fun little bit for the cinema.
That's interesting. Because I have the DVD of that, and it's on my DVD.
Right. It might be like on not on VHS copies or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But like Gremlins 2 is not a Christmas movie.
Okay.
And B, they go full on comedy with the second one.
That's what I've heard. Yeah.
It's like a fucking satire thing. It's very weird. There's a sexy lady gremlin.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen it.
Which I'm sure you'd enjoy. And one of them sings New York, New York. So that's nice, isn't it?
Right. Okay.
I might watch that again. It is actually quite fun, but it's just bizarre.
Yeah. So, I'd never seen Gremlins prior to today.
Holy shit.
This was never it. And my thoughts on it was like, it's a good little time, this, isn't it?
It's good. It's good, right?
Enjoyable. I'll throw my only, I guess, complaint. It's not really a complaint, but my only gripe is I think I would have preferred it to be maybe 10 or 20 minutes shorter.
Okay. Yeah.
It's like an hour and 40 in my head. I'm like, the film feels like it should be paced to be like something like an Evil Dead film. Like, you know what I mean? Where it's just like it's silly.
Yeah.
It's like silly teen stuff that are awkward. And then just all of a sudden insanity.
Yes.
And I feel like the insanity kind of starts and then we need to hold back a bit. And then it keeps going.
It starts and then the love interest has to tell a story about how her dad died on Christmas or whatever. And then we...
I knew about that. I knew about that scene. And then
it's so
now in context with the film, that could get cut.
It's insane. It makes no sense. But they were aware because they make fun of it in Gremlins 2. There's a point where she starts talking about how her uncle died once because of something that's related to the story, and everyone says no one fucking cares, and then they carry on walking. And she gets caught off, and it's great.
That's a literal thing where I think storyline-ish wise, I don't think her character gives anything.
No.
To it. Again, if you want to be like that with this film, if you want to be like that with
you want to be that guy, I guess it gives Billy something to, it gives him a goal, I guess.
That's what that is. I just wish there would be more of it. Because I kind of like the two of them, but I just kind of wish they had more to it or whatever. Another thing that remind me, because I can't remember if this is the case, does that bitchy lady get anything coming to her?
Yeah, she dies, man. She gets fucking flung out a window.
Was that her? Was it right? Okay,
yeah.
Okay,
yes. So she doesn't have her fucking hair on and all her makeup done.
Right. I didn't get right. Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
So that was the one that gets flung out the window on her fucking stair chair thing. That's her.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she got. Brilliant. So that's good fun.
Yeah. No, it's a good little time. Good little time. I'm not sure how regular of a thing this would be for me. To watch. I wouldn't actually hate it because I know Tyneside show this film amongst their
Oh, nice.
They show a load of Christmas things. Obviously, every year I go to see It's a Wonderful Life. Doing that next week.
Nice.
But they also shove this in. They shove like the old school. They show the obvious ones. Like they show like Pearl Express. They show the Santa Claus. They show the Holiday, the Love Actually, and all that. They show some really oldie ones. They show like the Bishop's Wife and Holiday Affair and all that. And then they show like non-traditional ones. Like they show Die Hard. They fling Gremlins in. They fling Batman Returns in recently. They've been flinging that one in.
Get that out of there.
I think because they have like a 35mm print of it. So they show.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
And obviously, and that film does have a cult following with it. But
I would happily go and see Gremlins in the cinema. I've never seen it in the cinema.
I would be interested to see what a crowd responds to it, because I feel like that's where this film would shine best at. Because sat on my own, just sat watching it, like it gets a bit like, I don't know, like I'm having a good time with it at times. Like, I'm like, whoa, she flew out the window, or like, whoa, that gremlin blew up in a microwave, or like something like that. But I feel like if I'm with like a group of people, it would be a bit more like, this is like, it'll be more of a reaction based with it, I think. I don't know. It's like that with it. Yeah. So what, to you, Robbie, makes this film in particular like the Christmas film for you then?
Because it's got nice Christmassy vibes, obviously. Obviously it's set at Christmas. I don't think, I will say, I don't think it particularly is very good at being, Christmas spirit.
Well, no.
Because people fucking die. Or
Yeah.
whatever. And it's kind of, and it is a horror movie, I guess, kind of. But it's like a silly, goofy B-movie thing.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it just, for me, it's so much fun. And also, like, the way that it is as a kind of Christmas story of Billy gets a present and it's bad. Turns out to be bad. Is like, it fits very nicely in Christmas for me. And it just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
The comment of it being like, it's not really like a Christmas, like the Christmas spirit of it, really. I'm like, yes, but also what I like about this is that not everyone's a dickhead.
Yeah,
like, because there's usually a formula with these types of 80s films where you've got our main protagonist who's just a down on his luck kid, and his dad's a fucking either an idiot or. Either is like the formula is usually either his dad's an idiot or an arsehole. His mum's either just like bitchy. Like, he has no mates, and if he does have mates, they're all fucking idiots themselves, or like he constantly gets bullied, and like he's the only one that we're like, like a likable thing. But like in this film, his dad's a doofus, but he's lovable.
I love his dad so much,
and his mum is also lovable.
Yeah.
Like just a sweet lady. So this family, as a whole, just a sweet little trio of people.
Yeah, I think like his mum has the best scene in the movie. That scene where that scene's where she comes downstairs and it's the fucking records on her. It's so good. Oh man,
that's a good bit.
I'd love to make something like this. It looks like it's just so much fun to do.
It would be a wild time. And even like. I think only that like one lady's the only dickhead in the whole thing.
Yeah, and she's a real piece of shit.
Yeah. and there's the policemen who are like not believing Billy.
It,
but they're not assholes. They're just like like they're open to looking at Gizmo when he shows them him.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
They're like, oh, what the fuck's this one?
And I will say something that kind of stood out this time, which I guess I've never thought about because I saw this movie when I was like 5, and then was in love with it instantly and never really thought about how it was made because you just look at it and you go, oh, this is magical, I love this.
Yeah.
But like the fucking effects in this movie,
I wanted to talk about this. Yeah,
they're insane.
Yeah, amazing.
They're so good.
Yeah,
I've never stopped to, I've never thought about this movie critically before, but that fucking Gizmo puppet is crazy.
Amazing. He emotes.
It's the different emotions they give him are so fucking good.
Yeah, the film's nearly 30 years old, and it's 30 years old next year, and it's No, 40 years old next year.
God damn.
It's yeah, and I'm like, and it's like, I don't know, man. Like it really is just like why don't we do this more often? Like, because it's not just one. It's not just a Gizmo puppet.
Yeah.
There's loads of them. There's loads of the bastards.
I love that shot, which I think is stop mo, where it's like just a big wide shot of the street and a big fucking crowd of them just come in.
It kind of looked like they keyed them out, because I think I could see like a tiny bit of an outline round them.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like, it was a great shot. I loved it because it looked so handmade, and you could see the craftsmanship in that one. Like, it didn't look realistic. But also, I feel like it's like a good Halloween film and a good Christmas film, good holiday films can get away with just doing a film that's a bit more like handmadey, because it gives that feeling of like, oh man, like look at it, like look at this.
This was crafted and whatever.
Yeah, I mean that's why I love Krampus so much as well. Like, that's
Krampus is great.
It's amazing. But like this film does have that energy to it, where it's like, because this is what I think. I think this film could have had the exact same type of story with it. And I was thinking this, like, if this came, like, say this was modern day, and then they CGI'd all like the little gremlins and all like the everything. Like, I would be like, I wouldn't like the film. Like that's a straight, because the story isn't anything to write home about. Like, and the characters, they're good, but none of them are like, I'm not like so emotionally invested in any of them, if I'm being honest. Like, they're all charming enough and they're all doing their bit fine, but you know what? But they're doing the job, and they're doing the job well, I think. But I also think the performances would have been hindered if Billy was not looking at anything.
Yeah,
and he has to pretend that he's but he's like actually holding this little cute little fluffy thing. That's
weird little fucking guy.
That I assume that they would probably have something making a noise. If I don't think Gizmo had a voice box in him. Is what I'm saying. I don't know the behind the scenes behind it. So, but
that's the thing. I was surprised I'd never fucking researched how they did
this
the
film.
Effects.
Yeah,
I have no idea, because I was looking at it and I was like, I think it's a puppet sometimes. But it looks like it's an animatronic sometimes. It would have had to be an animatronic at points, because there's points where they're moving him and putting him down. Like, we're seeing it in one shot of him. It's like when they put him in, like when he's gonna like bandage him up. Yeah. And, bright light. Just like flicks up, and then just like puts it, but then like put him down. You know, it's like, and then you can see him still like moving about or whatever. So like that would have had to be a little like animatronic-y thing or whatever. Yeah. Then there's sometimes to me. There's sometimes with the Gremlins where, especially the shot where when the mum first comes into the kitchen and there's a gremlin in the foreground eating the fucking gingerbread man or whatever. Yeah. That looked stop mo to me, but I'm not sure. But I don't know, because he's like, obviously he has a much more full range of motion than Gizmo has. Yes. So he could be an animatronic. But then it's just the way he was moving was too smooth, it felt. Like, it was too quick.
Could have been puppeteered then?
Could have been. I don't know. It was really fucking... It's crazy that I look at it as a guy that, you know, is interested in VFX, and I look at that and go, I have no fucking idea how they did that. Yeah. I can't decide.
There's another good bit. It's when they first reveal the gremlin. Like, properly we see him, and it's like Billy's like walking... I think like Billy's like walking into a room, and he's got like a bloodied hand or whatever.
Oh, yeah, he leans against the wall.
And then he pops out of like... the drawer, and then, but then that's done in one shot. And what I love about that, and I was thinking about that shot, it's like that was done in one shot, so they would have had to have it would have been it's a really good edit job as well, to be fair, and like so like he would have popped out. I can't remember the scene entirely, but like he falls back on the wall, and then we hear like a like through the door, and then we see like a hole at the bottom of the door with like a little like bandage following him or whatever like that. It's like the gremlin wouldn't have legged it and actually smashed through the door. What would have had to happen? They would have already had the hole in the bottom of the door, but they're just not framing it. Yeah. And then Billy walks in. The gremlin would have popped out of the fucking cupboard. Billy would then have had to fall back and pretend to see the thing.
Gremlin fucking run. Yeah.
And then the camera would have had then pan at that moment to see like and then it would have been the edit. And then it would have had to be the editor's job or like the sound editor's job to like edit in the sound design of hearing the or whatever. But it's like to me, that's good shit.
It's well directed, like it's fucking well blocked. It's great.
And to me, that's a lot more impressive than what it would have been if it was CGI, where we would have seen the thing pop out and the movement doesn't look right because it's a little CGI moving thing, and we would have seen him fly through a door that it would have also been green screened or whatever, and say, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. Like you know, like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, I know, like little things like it's the exact same scene, you get across the exact same thing, but it's just more engaging.
It's just more impressive.
Yeah, no, it just is.
Yeah.
It's like that. Yeah. And again, I never. It's never a thing where I discredit people who work in CGI. That's a very taxing occupation and whatnot.
Holy shit!
But also, what I would say is it very rarely ever looks good to me. If I'm being complete, it very rarely ever is actually impressive for me personally. And I think as well, especially for like a film like this, that needs to be a bit rough around the edges. Like, so practical
definitely
helps.
Yeah.
Like, this film can't look good clean.
Yeah.
Like, or like you need to have that like little like, again, just like a little like fluffy toy.
I am unzipping the ski suit. I'm so warm.
I'm committing. My head's roasting, but I'm committing to the hat.
Oh my god, I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Here's the thing I wanted to talk about with this movie.
Yes, go for it.
I love the idea. I'm not like. It looked like I was gonna fucking strip off then. I love the thing that doesn't happen in movies anymore, but happened a lot in the 1980s, where Billy's dad is an inventor, and that's just his job.
Yeah. No, I love it.
Insane. Like just the fact that little me as a child thought one day you can grow up and be an inventor.
Yeah.
That's not a real job. Nobody does that.
There is like it's a thing that happened in the 70s, 80s, 90s because all three of those decades did this exact same thing where they set them in the real world, but the real world was all very toy housey. Like it was all very like you just got like a girl running like working at the bar, and it's all quaint and everyone's nice enough, and even the drunks are just a bit dozy. They're not arseholes. It's like, what a fun little community. And then the police station just has 2 policemen in it.
Two guys eating donuts.
And then that's just, it's not anything strenuous. That's just the day in the life of this. You know what I mean? It's like everything's just very, like everything just feels a lot more simpler is what it is. And again,
it's delightful.
And again, it is the example of like, the dad's just, it's like, it's got like a load of shit knickknacks like about. Like,
it's great.
Like the egg cracker, or like the fucking
the egg cracker's terrible. The
orange juice thing.
The orange juice thing is funny. The shot in the orange juice when the actor that plays Billy, Zach Galligan, when he puts the orange in, you see him start to laugh in the take. Yeah. It's like they've clearly done it multiple times. And he fucking knows they're going to go full on with it. And so they just like set it going and you can see him laughing when it's going off. And it's just like, it's so good. And of course he has the bathroom buddy, which I don't think would be useful to anybody from the look of it. It just looks like the worst thing anybody could own.
But it's just also...
It's big. It wouldn't fit in your pocket. No. None of the things are detachable, so you have to like hold this fucking brick if you wanted to shave like this. It's just like, what the fuck is this?
It's brilliant. But I love how he's like, but like again, there's never any moment where he's like, where like it's like we don't have a scene where like, and then the dad sits down and he goes, maybe my inventions just aren't working, and then like, and the mum goes, you need to think of someone else. We can't keep doing this. Or like, there's no moment where she kicks off at him, being like, "I can't afford to get Billy a good Christmas present because you're doing bad." That's just what he does, and
it's always seen as the coolest thing in the world, which is great.
Or like it's like the vibe that she always is goes, it's like, oh well, well, we'll get your dad to fix that then.
Yeah.
And then his dad goes, oh, well, yes, I'm still working on that one. It's always just like, oh, well, these inventions, these knickknacks, they always work for the first 2 weeks, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And it's just so like, yeah, whatever, nonchalant. Like, they're not sad. Like, Billy's not coming home and going like, my dad's a shit businessman. It's just like, eh.
It's a very all shucks attitude to everything.
It's just like, the eggs didn't crack. Whoops. I guess I'll put these in the sink. and then we move on.
It does. Him being an inventor allows for my favourite sight gag in the whole movie. Do you know what I'm talking about when he's at the inventors convention?
Oh yeah.
and in the background, there's a guy sat in the traditional H.G. Wells time machine.
Yeah.
And we cut back to Billy on the phone with him, and when we cut back to the dad, the fucking time machine's gone, and there's people like looking around like, what the fuck? But it's like, it's not even the point of the scene. There's just way in the background, and it's such a good gag, and it's like there's a scene happening behind you where they've just confirmed that time travel is real. But who fucking cares?
And the thing is, again, I can't think of a specific example, but it's like people will probably be like, "Oh, that's silly, that's stupid. Why is that?" It's like this is a film about little animals that when you splash water on them, they duplicate, and if you feed them after midnight, they become evil. There's no reality in this world. No. Full stop. Just move on. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I think what it was. It's like I watched a podcast with Eric Striffler on. A week or two ago, and they were talking about the new Godzilla film, which I'm hearing's amazing, actually.
Godzilla -1.
Yeah, I'm hearing it's really good. Yeah, it's
meant to be really good. Yeah, so
they were talking about it, and then whatever, and then Eric was saying like how it's like how because apparently that film is what it is. Like they don't try to do anything. It's like Godzilla's a big bad monster because he's a big bad monster. He's not trying to do anything. He's just that's it, whatever. And it's like. Eric, I'm paraphrasing, but I think he said something along the lines of like, it's like if you're like, oh well, that doesn't make sense in the context of you don't like movies. You just don't like movies. Just move on. It's like, and that's my whole point with it. It's like if you're constantly being like, well, that's not real. It's like shut up.
Just shut the fuck up. Why are you even saying that?
Sorry, cinema sins.
Yeah, grow up, you dick.
It's like, in my opinion, if you just like a film, if a film does a good enough job at making you go, that was enjoyable and good, and didn't have any sense to it, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I feel like this is kind of what it is. It's like, again, I didn't love this film, but I enjoyed it quite a bit, and it would be a film that I would. Like, again, I would go see this in a cinema. I would take a Tyneside trip just if this was playing on in cinema, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll give Gremlins a go. Because also, as you said, the Christmas vibe is heavy. It's good. Because I wasn't sure how Christmassy this film was going to be, if I'm being perfectly honest. In my head, I'm like, is this going to be a Die Hard situation where there's a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Once,
no. It's full on, man.
The whole purpose is he needs to find a Christmas present for his son, so he gets him this little mogwai. There's Christmas trees and Christmas lights. They do a fun thing. What's really fun about this is like the rule being like you can't have any bright light. So then that's a perfect, beautiful excuse to just have nice dim lighting with like Christmas. Like it's got a Christmas light warmth to it. Because it makes sense in the world that they establish where, like, fucking, we can't have Gizmo around big lights. So dim the lights, get that warmth tone to it, and have, like, the fucking, like, red, green, tungsten, all that shit going. Give it the vibe even more because it makes sense to why. You know what I mean? So it's like...
Exactly, yeah. It's great. And I think, I have a question with the rules of this movie.
Yes. I think I know what you mean because I think I have this, but again, it doesn't matter. But it's a question to ask.
Again, it doesn't matter. But what constitutes after midnight? Because isn't all day after midnight.
Yeah.
Does it mean after midnight before sunrise?
That's how I take it. Like if it's if it's night and it's after midnight.
Yes.
Like
yes.
Like if you're having your breakfast, that's fine. But you can't be midnight snacking.
Yeah.
Is what it.
This movie, I mean, it's ingrained itself in my brain in many ways. But the one way it has ingrained itself in my brain, is I'm very particular with the textures of the food I eat.
Oh yes.
I don't like slimy things, and I've figured out that this stems from the scene where Billy gives them a chicken leg, and it's just the grossest thing I've ever seen in my life. It fucking weirds me out every time. I went to see Saltburn this weekend.
Oh yeah.
The chicken scene is fucking gross. All right, I watched an Irishman suck cum out of a fucking plug hole, but this is fucking gross.
An Irishman playing a scouse that accent's a bit tippy there.
Yeah, he tries his best, bless him. But like, I just think, it's just they're fucking tearing it to shreds. And it's getting all stuck in their. It's just revolting. A chicken has never looked more fucking gross than in this movie for one scene for some reason. Awful.
Yeah.
The worst.
One thing I want to talk about. Again, we're on about. We'll talk about the writing first with this. How about this?
Okay.
Because in my head I'm like, this is actually a really well written film.
It is.
Again, nothing extraordinary. This isn't a Billy Wilder script. You know what I mean? This isn't. It's not like Jack Lemmon isn't going to be saying this in the 50s. Like, there's nothing like from this fucking like film, but the silliness all means something. Again, we have like the dumb gadgets and everything. Mm-hmm. Like, it's a silly quirk of the dad. It comes back when the mum's using that to shove like the fucking like Gremlins in all these. I was kind of hoping that we were going to see every single one, so that I was hoping like she was going to shove him in the orange juice thing, or like she was then going to like shove. She was then going to put one on like the egg cracker, and it was going to stab each one, and or something like that. Where it was like, I thought that was good. I thought that was going to be like we were going to see all like the fucked up gadgets keep like we didn't, but there's a reason. But then that gives more reason to be like, it's the same reason why I like Halloween Kills in the sense of like the kills are just insane and mental. I'm like, that was wild and that was really cool and kooky. Exactly this. It's like now grab the blender thing. Now throw him into that and then. Now
the blender one's funny.
Now the microwave, it's just a load of that, isn't it?
And the script is genuinely funny.
Yeah, no, I do. I do have good chuckles.
It's actually funny. The weird conspiracy theory guy that's like fucking Gremlins or whatever.
Good payoff.
It's great. That guy, by the way, fun fact for you, a person that hasn't seen Gremlins 2. Mm-hmm. That guy's fine, by the way. I don't remember it ever being explained as to how he's fine, but apparently they didn't run him over with that big fucking thing.
Right.
Which is bizarre. What are you doing?
I overfilled my half pint, so I had to like go over to sip it.
You see, fucking idiots. But he doesn't die in that movie because he's in Gremlins 2. He comes to visit Billy and whatever his girlfriend's called in New York.
Is it a New York one? Is it?
It's in New York. Gremlins 2, The New Batch in New York.
When did that one come out?
I don't know. I think Billy works in the World Trade Center in that movie.
I'm just curious, did it come before or after Home Alone 2?
Oh, okay, let me check. That's a very good question.
For the simple thought of like, it's like we got both Chris Columbus is involved with both.
Oh yeah. Gremlins 2 came out in 1990.
That might be before.
Oh my god, Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, 1992.
Yeah. Because 1990 was the first Home Alone.
Did Chris Columbus write Gremlins 2?
That's a good question.
Did he have anything to do with Gremlins 2?
Did Joe Dante direct both?
I don't fucking... I've never looked this far into
Gremlins
Gremlins 2. He did. Yes, he did. Joe Dante.
Okay.
It was written by two people, Chris Columbus and Charles S. Haas.
But hang on, but was it like Chris Columbus is only credited as writer because of characters based on?
Possibly.
Hey,
I'm looking at IMDb right now.
Yeah, no, based on characters created by Chris Columbus, so he didn't.
Right.
He didn't.
Okay, that makes sense.
And yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's I might watch that again tomorrow night because I have so many questions about that movie. There's a gremlin made of vegetables or something. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah,
But I know Chris Columbus. He didn't write the Home Alone films. I know that.
Yeah.
It was John
But
Hughes. John Hughes.
It's a John Hughes joint.
Yeah. And then Chris Columbus directed them.
Yeah. And crazy that the guy that wrote this movie directed Harry Potter, by the way.
Yeah, the first two. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck's that about?
I like those two films a lot.
I like those two a lot.
Do you know? I was in the mood to stick them on, but I then realized, oh no, they're all like 2.5 hours plus. So
yeah.
like that's like that's a commitment. But
not. No, go on.
I was gonna say because I watched like the documentary thing. We'll get back to Gremlins, but I just wanted to because I watched the David Holmes documentary, which is great. Highly recommend if you haven't seen it, Robbie.
I haven't.
Really good, excellent. It's on Now TV, but yeah, really emotional, but really cool. And then I thought, you know what? I'll watch the that 20-year anniversary documentary because
yeah.
And then one thing I've discovered, it's like the first 4 Harry Potters I really fuck with from my memory.
Yeah.
The last 4 are very muddy, except like I remember really liking the very last one, but from my memory, as soon as David Yates took over, that's when it all started feeling a bit.
Well, dude, when they all got put on Netflix recently.
Yeah.
Me and Julia started watching through them all, and I genuinely I remember liking all of those movies.
Yeah.
As soon as David Yates took over, it's so fucking boring.
Yeah.
Just instantly dull.
Because
Julia always said, and I always
Half-Blood Prince. I remember you calling her out on a podcast.
She always said Order of the Phoenix was her favorite.
Order, right? Okay.
And I always said to her that's fucking stupid. And we watched them, and we got halfway through Order of the Phoenix, and she went, "This is fucking shit." And I was like, "Yeah, yes, it is. It's fucking boring."
Do you know what it is? Because first 2, Philosopher's Stone, Chamber of Secrets, they've got that one childhood wonder, and I can remember. I can't remember everything, but I can remember so much. There's Philosopher's Stone, the Diagon Alley, fucking Quill, and all that. The whole introduction to it. Chamber of Secrets. You got Dobby. You got the Basilisk. You got like the first film also with Quidditch and all that. All that fun stuff. Was it 3-Headed Dog also in Chamber of Secrets?
That was in Philosopher's Stone.
Philosopher's Stone.
Chamber of Secrets has that fucking cool ass shot when he stabs through the head of the basilisk and it just becomes a practical head for a second.
Yes.
And it's the most metal shit you've ever seen in your life.
Yes, it is. Prison of Azkaban, Alfonso Cuarón. It's already cool. It's Sirius Black. It's werewolves. It's time travel. It's the best Harry Potter.
It is the best one.
It's the best one. Goblet of Fire, it's fun, coming of age nonsense where it's like the games and obviously Voldemort's now the baddest bitch. Robert Pattinson's in it. That's my boy, that's my son, all that stuff.
Oh God, don't make me cry.
And then we go to Order of the Phoenix. I'm like, what happened there? Was that Umbridge?
That was Umbridge.
Sure.
But like nothing happens.
Half-Blood Prince. I remember Dumbledore died. That's all I remember from Half-Blood
I remember Dumbledore got fucking crunk in that one scene. There's that one scene where they go to that like little fucking goblet in the middle of the sea or whatever, and Dumbledore gets fucking wasted.
I can't remember that.
He's like, Harry's like, "You've got to drink, Dumbledore," and he's like, gets like halfway through, and then he's fucking passing out, and Harry's like, "You got to drink, man," and he's all like, "Ugh."
And then what was it? And then Deathly Hallows Part 1, they walk, and then Dobby dies.
Yeah, they walk for a bit, and then Dobby gets stabbed.
Doesn't Ron get really funny with Harry? It's like, you're trying to fuck Hermione. And he goes like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I saw a thing happen. It's like, I don't know what you saw, but it wasn't us.
This necklace showed me you fucking Hermione in a tornado. And now I'm angry with you. Like, what? What the fuck are you talking about?
Get a life, Ron.
Fucking
idiot.
freak.
Get perspective.
Ron becomes such a bitch from like Goblet of Fire onwards. I always remembered him being my favourite character, but he's such a moody little bitch from like 4 to the end.
That's the equivalent of like being like, oh, I saw you two chatting. It's like, yeah, we've been mates since year 6, mate. What's your point?
I had a dream where you two kissed. Yeah, what the fuck do you want from me?
Like, yeah, well, we didn't. Don't you know? Yes. Like, Ron, I'm literally seeing your sister. What the fuck are you?
Ron, I'm literally gay. It's like, what do you want from me?
And then I remember Deathly Hallows Part 2 was really cool because it was all action and
and it's like, look at the fucking, Harry dies or something.
Oh, yeah.
Harry dies and then maybe doesn't. I don't remember.
They mush their face. Voldemort and Harry mush their face together.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. And there's a weird little fucking fetus of Voldemort under a bench. I remember that.
Do you know, in Goblet of Fire, again, we will get back to Gremlins, but in Goblet of Fire, there's just that really cursed fray. There's that really cursed, like, just sequence of, like, fucking Timothy Spall, I forgot his name.
Oh, Peter Pettigrew.
Peter Pettigrew walks out just holding, like, fetus Voldemort. He Avada Kedavra as Robert Pattinson, dead. Yeah. And then he's like, now let me dump this baby in this cauldron. And
boom.
And it's just that shot of like curled up baby fetus Voldemort splooshing into this pot.
There's also that really cursed shot in Order of the Phoenix where there's Voldemort in a hoodie.
Yes.
It's the best.
It's like, which is more cursed, Voldemort in a hoodie or Jigsaw in a hoodie?
Yeah, it's like put them next to each other. Would you rather have Voldemort wearing Harry Potter's hoodie or fucking Jigsaw with his fucking backwards baseball cap on and a soul patch?
There's also that, I can't remember which film it is, but there's also that bit where Harry sees like Voldemort at the train station put in a suit. It's like, why is he looking all GQ?
Yeah, what the fuck went on there? We never see him wearing fucking 3-piece. But he's got like a tailored fit going on. It's like, it's great.
It's like the train steams like behind him and he's got like the head turn where he's like,
yeah.
It's like, what do we do?
What is this? I like, again, we will get back to Gremlins.
Yeah.
But whilst we're on the topic of Voldemort, Ralph Fiennes always tells that story about the first time he put the makeup on, somebody brought their kid into the set and he walks past him and the kid started crying. But my thought on that has always been, I think he saw an opportunity to create a story where it sounded like he was one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
I think he punched that kid in the head. I think he walked past and went, oh, if she was crying, this would make a great story for Graham Norton. Walked past and just fucking throttled it.
He literally thinks of Graham Norton. Specifically Graham Norton.
Yeah.
And then when I'm sat next to Kylie Minogue, Tom Holland and Tom Hanks, they're all going to laugh about this.
They're all going to laugh about this time that I punched this girl in the face.
But I'm going to leave that bit out.
Yeah, that's a Ralph.
You said Rafe first as well, but
I know I did. Yeah. I know. And I instantly regretted it, and I noticed as soon as I'd said it and thought, fuck, I've gone back on my bit.
It's as if that's how you pronounce his name.
But it's been a bit for like fucking 6 years. I can't go back on it now.
It's been so long.
Fuck.
Predates this podcast.
Oh god.
Yes, the writing, because we want to know about Chris Columbus and the writing.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Very good.
Do you know what? But do you know what's interesting as well? Because this film is because I'm not a Spielberg baby. I'll say that.
Like me.
As in, like, I know I didn't grow up on Spielberg. Like, literally, like, at the minute, like, my favorite Spielberg film at the moment is The Fabelmans. I fucking love that thing. I'm going to stick that on, this month, because I feel like that'll be a good like winter Christmassy watch, because that's like,
I feel like it would be actually.
That I don't know about you, but that film gave off vibes of It's a Wonderful Life for me. Like not like the film had anything to do with like that similar theme, but I'm like this just like had it's like that old school vibe to it. But my point being as well, like how like I'm not a big was never really a Spielbergy guy. Like same thing with Joe Dante. Like I didn't like Small Soldiers as a kid, and just didn't like it.
I've never seen it.
Just thought it was bad. It was one of those ones that like whenever I see a clip from Small Soldiers, I get the feeling of like getting a headache in blockbusters. That's the vibe that I get.
Yeah.
Like it's too warm, it's too hot. I've ate too much Smarties, and I'm just got a headache. And I'm
fair enough.
Like a sweet induced headache is the vibe I get watching like anything from Small Soldiers. And Chris Columbus again. I like the first two Harry Potter films, and
Home Alone.
I like Home Alone, but I only watched that for the very first time in 2018. So like so all three of these guys I didn't grow up on. They weren't like my guys, but like the three of them working on one film together really it utilizes the best of all of them almost.
Massively.
It has that vibe of all three of them. It's like because Joe Dante is a lot more. He likes his like childhood macabre is the best way I can describe Joe Dante as a filmmaker.
Yes.
And then Chris Columbus, obviously, he's like very like quirky, like child wonder, and then Spielberg's very like 80s blockbuster. And this whole film is like the perfect middle ground of all of that. I think like this film never goes one extreme. This film never feels too. This film never feels too big and blockbuster. This film never feels too like horror-esque, and this film never feels too childhood wonder. It's always that nice bit. Like I could be like, again, I think I referenced them earlier, but this is very Evil Dead-esque, but more warm. It's a warm.
You can kind of track the progression. For me, of being like, oh, this kid liked Gremlins as a child, and then, it makes sense that he would discover Evil Dead when he's a teenager and really enjoy it.
Cozy Evil Dead. And I mean the first Evil Dead, not Evil Dead 2 in the sense of like...
Yes.
Because the first Evil Dead starts off of just like a group of teenagers. None of them are necessarily great actors, but they've all got charm to them. None of them have got big elaborate stories, but, they're all like fun enough. And they're like, we're just going to go like to a cabin out like a chill time. And they're all of a sudden demon book and everything. Yeah. And it's like that where it's like, we're just kind of like teenagers. Like, I have a job that I don't like. I have a crush on this girl and she's really cute and sweet. And that. And then Gremlins just running wild all over town. And then that's just what the film is. So it's like, I admire that almost.
I will say as well, something that I really admire about this film, which I would love to see more nowadays. Can we go back to, like, kids' films, like, films for younger people, not being scared to just be a bit fucking creepy and a bit actually fucked? Like, that shot when Stripe. Spike's in the next one. Yeah, Stripe. When he fucking dies at the end... And he's like, it melts, and you got his fucking skull in a puddle of goo or whatever.
Yeah.
It's awful to look at. It's an awful thing. But like, it would freak a kid out. But that's all right. They'll get over it. They're fine.
But you know what it is? It's like it's all like again. I was a bit of a puss as a kid, but like I got scared of Chamber of Secrets. That was the thing that generally happened.
Yeah.
I got scared of that film. But I feel like that gives you more intent to be like, I'm gonna go back to it. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't know if that just stems from me being a fucking Doctor Who kid, and like
that as well.
Every Saturday being freaked out by a weird little fucking creep.
Yeah.
But kids' films now feel so fucking sanitized. Like, do you remember where the fucking Goosebumps movie with Jack Black?
Yeah, I didn't see it, but I know it came out.
I watched it. It's fine. It's good. It's actually quite good. Mm-hmm. But it's not. It's a Goosebumps movie. I was so scared reading those books as a kid.
I was scared watching the show, like as a kid. Yeah.
So you shouldn't be afraid if you're doing a little like horror comedy thing for kids,
I don't
throw it in something that's gonna fucking freak them out a little bit. That's the fun of it.
I'm trying to think of like, because I'm just trying to think of like kids films these days. Like, what are they? They're animated. They're the anime ones that Disney, when they release the live action bollocks, but they don't go anywhere. But it's like the worst things that can be brought on cinema, on film, are those live action Disney remakes. Yeah. The Haunted Mansion could have been something. I heard that was okay. Didn't see it. So
I haven't seen it.
But also that's the thing where, again, these films are so CGI heavy that there's always a disconnect that you can't get. Like, to me, Krampus is a good. That's not a kids film. I don't recommend showing a child.
Yes, don't show your child that movie.
But that's got like a good in between in the sense that you got like the cartoony CGI gingerbread man, but then you got literal Krampus with this big ass suit or whatever.
Yeah,
I'm like, well, just
fucking cool looking.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's so good. I might watch that again this year. I haven't seen that fucking for a while.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a little bit actually. Yeah. But like, I don't know, like again, because that's why I always think, like, I always like. Whenever the Halloween season is, I always like watching. Again, I like watching the horror films, but I'm always like, oh, what family films are on? I always end up going like a random Scooby-Doo animated film because that's just easier and it's short enough as well or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I can't really like who's doing. But that's also another thing. Who are doing those types of films now? Because again, that's the thing. Back in the day, we would have had some like back in. Like 80s, 90s, whatever, we would have had guys like Joe Dante or Chris Columbus or even Spielberg like making those types of films. There's no one guy being like, we're gonna like do this really like cool, interesting thing for kids. Like it's a family film, but it's a bit weird. Like, you know, like there's Guillermo del Toro, but Guillermo del Toro's not making family films.
He's not making kids movies, no.
Robert Rodriguez isn't making anything like. I mean, he's not really making anything really cool these days.
well, no, he's not. But I would like to see. He did quite a good job with putting a bit of spooky shit in the Shazam movies.
David F. Sandberg.
I'd love to see David F. Sandberg do a movie like this, like for kids. But like put some fucking freaky shit in. I think he could do a really good job with that.
I think he could. I think he's a good shot for someone like that. Yeah. But also, what's also a bit like disappointed is like family films are feeling more factory produced. Like there's no like it's Disney, and they've got a property, and they go that guy do this, hire person to make this film, as opposed to like a studio, as opposed to someone going to pitch something to a studio, or like because I mean this would have been like again, I don't know the making of this, but again, this would have been like Chris Columbus had a script and Spielberg would have liked it, and then they would have got Joe Dante on board to do it. Yeah. That's what that... And
I would imagine that, yeah.
And then Warner Brothers would have just distributed it. Like, that's what that would have been. Like, and there's no one really that's not... I mean, that's not how films made. Like that's just not how films are made these days. There's no there's no one voice who can be as powerful as Spielberg to do that. Really, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, it's a good time. Gremlins. I do agree. Again, I think as I said, the only complaint it's not even a complaint. If it was like maybe 10, 20 minutes short, this would have been like such a ride.
Yeah.
If this is like
I get that.
If this is like a quick 80-minute, quick 90-minute in and out, but the fact it's like 100 minutes, there's still a little bit of.
It takes its time to get to the fucking Gremlins.
Yeah.
I can see that.
But even I don't know. But like, it's not even necessarily the Gremlins thing. It's just like we get to the Gremlins and then we stop for a bit, and then we get back to the Gremlins and then we stop for a bit. I'm like, I can't would have liked if it would have just kept just lunacy, lunacy keeps.
Because there's that one time where
I think Billy, I know what you're gonna say. But
Billy gets Gizmo and puts him in a backpack to head to try and find Stripe.
Yeah.
And they head off. So he puts him in the backpack, and then we just cut to his dad in a phone booth.
Yeah.
For like a whole shot, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
He's not on the phone with anyone. And then we cut back to Billy, and he's outside on his way to the school gym. And it's like, why did we fucking cut to the dad there? So I do know what you mean. The pace can you know.
Because one thing I loved is like when we cut to the bar and then they're just running wild.
Yes.
And Phoebe Cates is trying to serve them. Also another brilliant bit. She's not frightened hiding behind the bar. She's still trying to serve these little
it's just
maniacs.
serving them. And there's that one gremlin that's a fucking flasher, and he's like pulls his fucking coat out like.
There's the one bit where like one gremlin's got 3 cigarettes in his mouth and she's trying to light it. And he's like, shit, light, fuck, damn it.
It's great.
But it's just but that's like quite a prolonged sequence, and they got point like, what fever trip am I on right now? But that's like to me, I'm like, that's brilliant. You know what I mean?
That's the whole vibe. That's what I want.
But again, and they're all practical. They would have had to wire each individual little fucker and be
the one that's fucking swinging on the fan. They just, I imagine they just put a puppet on there and then just hit go, and it fucking swung them out for a bit.
And then they would have got. That's what I mean. There's that again a wide shot, and then there's so much going on, and I'm like, that would have all had to be like the special effects department would be like, right, we're getting all these little bastards ready, and then,
oh my god, yeah.
And
I imagine they called them little bastards all the time.
That's what I mean. Like, oh, this little shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, really.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think I might piss myself if I don't go to the toilet right now.
No, piss yourself. Piss yourself.
Oh, well done. Anyway.
Go to the toilet.
I'll be like 2 minutes.
All right.
Oh, I'll mute my mic. Oh, fucking Christ. Apologies for the time delay. I took the opportunity to treat myself to a sit-down wee.
It's fine.
Very good. And we're back.
Any more you want to say about Gremlins, Robbie? Because I'm
all out. I think I've said my piece.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wrap up by saying I love this movie so much. It's fucking fun. It's a good fun family time. Incredible effects, fun characters, good performances all round. Fucking, a bit spooky, but also gets the nice Christmas vibe going.
It's a lot more Christmassy than it is spooky, I will say, which is exactly how I want it for this time of year.
And if you haven't seen it, do, because it's great. If you're looking for something a bit different to watch at Christmas time this year and you haven't seen this, stick it on, man. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, I concur. As someone who's watched this for the first time, enjoyed it to a thorough amount. Again, not sure how often I would stick this on at home, but this would definitely be a cinema trip. It definitely would be. Like I would. Oh man, we should do that. You should. We should.
I would so happily come up to Newcastle.
I was saying you should come up and we should go up like to Tyneside and like watch, do a bit of like a Tyneside day.
That'd be fucking great. I'm well up for that.
Because obviously they have the bar there as well. They have the Tyneside bar, and like they serve more wine, serve mince pies at that time. Yeah,
I'm there.
Yeah,
you stop.
Just
you had me at wine. We're good.
Try the wine.
Try the wine.
Anyway, yeah, Gremlins, enjoyable, really enjoyable flick. There we go. So,
hell yeah.
Shuffling on, I've got a few things I want to say.
And is this the intermission section?
It is.
Goddamn.
And one thing I want to put out.
Yeah, man.
For this episode, since it's Christmas, Robbie, I'm going to allow you to talk about Doctor Who for this episode. However,
I was going to ask. Yes.
However,
yeah.
I am going. I want to talk about a wrestling thing. So
okay, that's fine.
No. So what I'm going to do?
I'm rubbing my knees like a child.
So what I'm going to do, Robbie? Because
yes.
we still need to control this. I'm going to hit a stopwatch.
Yeah.
Of how long I talk about said wrestling thing for.
Okay.
And then, however long I talk about that said wrestling thing.
Yeah. Is how long I get to talk about Doctor Who.
I'll give you that time plus 5 minutes.
Cool.
So.
Great. Easy. I mean, take your time with the wrestling thing, man.
I'm not rushing it. I will say I'm not going to rush it.
Don't rush
reason,
it.
But, But that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to hit the start button now. So Robbie, I'm not sure if you're aware of what happened with CM Punk.
Didn't he turn out to be a piece of shit or something? I don't know. I don't follow it. But...
Okay, I don't know what you've heard. Did I tell you about what happened at Wembley? Did I mention that?
I think so, but I've forgotten.
He got in another fight in Wembley.
Yes. Yeah. Backstage, he fought somebody, didn't he?
He fought Luke Perry's son.
Yeah.
The relevance to that is Luke Perry's son is a wrestler called Jack Perry. Luke Perry's son
Right, okay. He wasn't just there supporting his dad with a sign. He's not like 8.
Well, his dad's also he died in 2019. So,
oh, well then I apologize.
But no,
my condolences.
So go fight. A few days later, instantly, like they fired Punk. What happened? So then he was gone. There was all these rumors. There was all these murmurs about, so where's he gonna go? What's he gonna do? What's CM Punk gonna do next in life? And then it was like, is he gonna go back to WWE? That's a bit shaky grounds last time. There, he didn't leave on the best of circumstances. And then me again. CM Punk's he's my all-time fave. But again, you know, it's a complicated fandom. You know, I don't condone getting in fights and being a grumpy bastard. If I'm being perfectly honest, Philip.
Yeah.
Phil. His real name's Philip Brooks. So, you know, that's why.
That's weird. I don't like that.
You can see why he goes by CM Punk.
Yeah, because it's fucking cool.
It's cooler than Philip Brooks.
Jesus.
So
sounds like your fucking dad's accountant.
Yeah, have you seen Philip? No.
Jesus.
No, I haven't.
Oh God.
But then, you know, and he's a Chicago guy, and
Chicago.
Chicago is a very big city in wrestling, and it's very raucous, specifically for being big CM Punk supporters, and they're very passionate people. But so there was all these murmurs, and then like CM Punk, he sometimes commentates on MMA as well. That's just what he does as well. And there was one point after his firing from AEW, they did a little wink and nudge, like, Punk, you got a lot of time on your hands now, like. And then he was just like, yeah, I do. I've got a lot of time. You got me for 4 months, and then that's my free time. And then people did the maths, and they're like, right, 4 months. Okay, that's November. WWE have got Survivor Series then. That's in Chicago.
God.
So then the rumor mill started going about, and there was all these rumors and bits and pieces and shit about like, is he gonna come back? And then I'm like, I'll believe when I see it. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I'll believe when I see it. And whatnot, and there was like reports being like Triple H, who now basically is like running WWE, is kind of. There was reports being like, we have no interest in signing Phil, and and all that stuff, and like blah 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 blah. There was murmurs. Is he going to be a surprise participant in the War Games match? And then there was still murmurs about that. But then it was revealed the surprise participant, like they revealed it the Monday beforehand. The returning Randy Orton, because he was out for like over a year with an injury, like with a career-threatening injury. It goes, no, Orton's going to be back. And then everyone, including me, were like, that's their way of going, like, CM Punk is not coming. Don't get your hopes up. Don't get your hopes up, you stupid bastard.
Have this. Shut up.
Shut up. Don't be a stupid bastard. And now I did watch Survivor Series because I was doing a Terabithia film, a film in Newcastle. I remember waking up after staying overnight, and I looked up and I just saw like full video of that return. And I was expecting just to see a video of Randy Orton, you know, just walking out. And I click on it, and the War Games match is up. And then the little like watermark that comes up before the end of like you know, like the copyright little logo thing.
Yeah.
Goes, we're ending the pay-per-view now. That like came up, and then all of a sudden like the cult of personality hits. And that's CM Punk's thing.
Yeah.
And then I start shaking in my bed. And I see him walking out, and then I'm conflicted. It's a conflicted. It was a pretty odd debut. It wasn't, not the actual return was odd. He came out, Chicago freaked out. Then he walked up and he was starting celebrating with some people like around the crowd, and there was one guy. Again, I had it on mute, so I didn't even really like see what was happening. Like properly. So I just saw like one guy with his arm around Punk, like just screaming something. I went back and watched the video. The guy's just got his arm around Punk and he's going, Chicago, Chicago, Chicago. I was like, yes, that's where we're at, mate.
Yes, well done. Good on you.
I was watching like a Core Hog podcast, and one of them went like, It's like it's as if the guy thought that's who he was. Like that was his name. Just like, yes, Chicago.
Yes,
He's
Chicago,
here.
let's fucking go.
And I'm gonna send you a video clip, Robbie.
Oh yes, please do.
Not of that, but like this is how the where are you at? There you are. This is how the thing, like the show dipped to black from this, like after this moment. This was the last like second of the pay-per-view.
Oh god. Let's have a look.
Play it with the volume as well.
What the fuck is that?
That's CM Punk screaming, but like they dipped the black right at that point. But the last frame is just like neck down. And then in the same podcast, the Call Hog podcast, one of the lads, he was like, it's like he did a Jim Carrey scream. And now think about that. Like,
fucking hell. I mean, what? Why did it end there? It's like he wasn't meant to come out.
Yeah, he just walked out.
And he paid someone off to play his song, and he fucking walked out. And then they were like, right, cut it.
But like it,
fucking hell.
He just went, "Ah!" And then it dipped to black.
That's so weird.
I was like, what?
Is he have they like announced like he's fighting anybody, or is he?
The rumors are right because that was like a few weeks ago now. So he came out.
Yeah.
He came out.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Mr. Punk.
So like he so the next on Monday Night Raw, 2 days later after that pay-per-view, it was announced, CM Punk's gonna be back and he's gonna like speak for the first time in WWE ring in like nearly 10 years and whatnot. And he came out and then he was at the end of the show, which is what like opened the show with Punk, and then
Yeah.
But
and you keep your audience.
But since they had people stick around for 3 hours because Raw's 3 hours.
Jesus.
That's why I don't watch WWE on a weekly basis, everyone.
Yeah.
And then but some matches apparently went over, so his time had to get cut short. Imagine that.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
We have to cut CM Punk's return promo down. You let that go over at that point.
Yeah.
So he got given.
Come on.
So he got given 8 minutes, and the promo, it was fine, but it was really weird. Like it felt very like, I'm very happy to be here. This is my home.
Held at gunpoint.
This is my home. And then again, as a CM Punk fan for life, and being a big fan of him from all my wrestling viewings, I'm like, that felt very like disingenuous. Like this guy made a whole career of fuck this corporation and all that. He's like, this WWE, I love this place. And then he said, I'm back, baby. And then he lowered the mic, his music hit, he looked at the camera, so the audience couldn't hear him, but the at home audience could. It's like, and then he's just looking at the lens, and he just goes like, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money. And then Raw dips to black. I go like, excellent.
That's more CM Punk than
absolutely excellent. And then like a week later on SmackDown, he came out and then he did a more close. They brought him at the top of the second hour. So midway through the show, he's not going to get his hours cut. And
yes,
and he actually did some decent, and that was the promo. That was like, that sounded like that's what that promo should have been on his return. That sounded more CM Punk. He did a fun little thing, and by fun little thing, it was an interesting thing because again, he got fired from AEW because he kept getting fights.
Yeah.
Like legitimate fights with people.
Yeah.
That's what happened. And there's a storyline in WWE, as far as I'm aware, at the minute, where Kevin Owens is out with a storyline hand injury because he got in a fight with a tag team backstage or whatever. That's the storyline bit. And then so CM Punk started rattling off people that he could either face with or team with or whatever. And and he mentions Kevin Owens' name, and he goes like, "But I don't know, Kevin and I, we're too much alike. We're two hot-headed people. So I don't know which one of us would have a problem with teaming with someone who punches people backstage." And then he leaves it, and then he goes like, "It's 2013. You can't be doing that, Kevin." And then it's like, what you?
But it's like, but you did it in real life.
But it's like he's trying to find like a little fun way because they've clearly signed NDAs. Like both AEW and Punk have signed NDAs, but that's a way of him getting around. Like, oh, that'll get a headline, and it did.
Yeah,
it was, It was like, Phil, man, what you doing, lad?
Yeah, come on,
what
Phil.
What you doing, lad?
Philip Brooks.
But then, and then what's happened is, then also amongst all this, Seth Rollins, who is the current world champion on Raw,
yes,
he's made it like publicly known that he doesn't like CM Punk. Even before he signed, he was like, there was one point where like when Punk was in AEW and there was still iffy things or whatever, he got like asked an interview question, like not on wrestling, just like a legit interview question. It was like, oh, would you want CM Punk to return back to WWE? Yeah. And then Seth Rollins legit just went like, oh, Phil, stay away, you cancer. And that was just a legit thing that Seth Rollins said about CM Punk. And then he kept making and then there was like mobile footage of like after like the cameras cut when Punk returned at Survivor Series that Seth Rollins was cussing Punk out, flipping him off, being like, fuck you. And then people were like, oh, but then it was like, but then obviously it's a work. They're working it.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins is mentioning like on like on WWE TV, he goes like, I don't want to talk about that what do you call me? He called him a hypocrite. He was like, I don't want to talk about the hypocrite. Let's move on to talk about the people that actually matter in this company, and then all that stuff. Damn. So then, cut to like this time, like literally last night, as we're time recording this of Raw, CM Punk has signed with Raw. That's his official brand.
Okay.
Seth Rollins walks out. This is the first time they confront each other. They start staring at each other. It's pretty cool. The vision mix is going wild. I'm like, stay on one angle. It's like
chill the fuck out.
Like it goes from like side profile face to face, then a close up on Seth, then a close up on Punk, then a wide of the two, then back to the side profile. Seth, Punk, wide, Seth, Punk. I'm like, hold still,
chill the fuck out.
Just let me look at one thing. And then Seth does like this. He does like a 5-minute rundown, basically being like, I hate you, I don't like you, you don't belong here. I'm here to defend this company from you, yada, yada, yada. Seth's doing a good promo, and then Punk just stands, watches this, he takes a mic, and then he just goes, are you done? And then instantly I'm like, right, okay, just automatically, just like, and then he went, are you done? I went, that's your one pass to give me that disrespect. And I was like, oh, shit, man. It's like,
fuck.
Again, don't watch WWE, but now I'm like, I'm going to have to get the network. And then Punk goes like, make this official. CM Punk's entering the Royal Rumble, and when he wins, he's going to go for you at WrestleMania. I'm like, oh, mate.
Hell yeah.
So but the Royal Rumble's on the day that I'm down at Leeds, so I might have to click that on in the morning.
That's fine. Put it on, man.
Stick it on while
we'll stay up and fucking watch it. It's fine.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah,
that'll be good fun.
Have Reese there, but yes, that's. But yeah, as a CM Punk fan, it's one of these things where like it's a conflicting thing because he was a legit dick.
Yeah.
But then also, he's a very complicated man, and in general, but also
he's a very charismatic performer.
But also, it's one of these things where he can be a bit of a knob, but he's not like a sex offender. And he's not like he's an arsehole, but he's not a criminal, which is a lot, and he's not discriminatory. Like he's not he's not racist, he's not homophobic, he's not if anything he takes times out to promote trans rights and all that, So he's a good bloke that's just hot-headed and can be just be a bit of a dick, and it's one of these things where like it's. Like, there's no other guy like it. There's something about whenever I see him on the mic or in the ring, it's like the wrestling feels real to me. Whenever he's wrestling, it's like that feels like real raw intensity, no matter what it is. There's no fakeness around him. So that's that, and that's my CM Punk thing. And so Robbie, that was 14 minutes and 38 seconds. So you have. I'll push up to 20 minutes. You've got 20 minutes.
I'll put a timer on.
I was going to put the
myself.
timer. Okay, well I was going to
just so I can see how long I've got.
Okay.
Left.
Okay. So you got 20 minutes to talk about Doctor Who.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, start. Okay. For those that don't know, this year has been the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who. It started in 1963. This is the celebration year. Diamond fucking Jubilee, baby.
Mm-hmm.
And they did that with last time on Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker stood on a big fucking cliff and turned into David Tennant, and everybody went, "What?" Except me, who went, "Oh yeah, well that's what I thought was gonna happen." And then so we get 3 special episodes reuniting David Tennant and Catherine Tate, everybody's favourites, for 3 extra episodes, where David Tennant is not the 10th Doctor. He is officially actually the 14th Doctor, which is fun. It makes him the first character. It makes him the first actor to have played the character twice in 2 separate incarnations, which is fun. That's a good time, and he is playing it slightly differently. He feels older. He feels wiser. He feels sadder. He's so fucking sad all the time. He's such a sad boy, but he's good at it, and that's what we love him for. So, yes, the first of these specials was the Star Beast, which I thought I was so excited. I haven't been this excited for a while because I haven't mentioned this yet, but also returning is the showrunner Russell T Davies, who was in charge for the first 4 series of the show. So Christopher Eccleston up to the end of David Tennant. He's a masterful writer. He's one of my favourite writers in the world. So he was coming back in charge. So very, very exciting times to be a Doctor Who fan. And so I was very excited to watch The Star Beast. And just to preface, if you are a fan of the old stuff with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, hey, fucking watch this. If you haven't seen it, you're going to like it. Just watch them. I'm going to fucking spoil them, so I'm sorry. First episode, Star Beast, was not what I expected. And I think what I wanted. What I wanted was David Tennant and Catherine Tate getting back together in like the first 5 minutes and we just fucking go. It doesn't do that. It takes its time to kind of go, here's a story that is pretty predictable because it's based on a comic strip, an old Doctor Who comic from the 70s or 80s, I think maybe 1980. So it's following a story that Doctor Who fans will know. Obviously, casual audiences won't know that. Follows the story of that whilst also doing, here's what Donna's been up to in the last 15 years. Here's the Doctor and where he's at. Just really sad, mostly. Donna has a daughter now who is trans, and that's kind of what the episode is about. The Doctor, he comes in and he's like meets up with Donna and all this stuff, and he's trying to make her not remember him, whilst Rose, Donna's daughter, named obviously after Billie Piper, his character from the old show, well, not the old show, but older seasons, befriends a little alien called the Meep, voiced by Miriam Margolyes, who's great, and they're defending the Meep whilst the Doctor's trying to make sure that Donna doesn't recognize him, until obviously it's revealed that the Meep is actually a super criminal and is awful. So it looks like a weird, cute little fucking fuzzy Baby Yoda looking ass, and then it turns out it's actually an evil, fucking awful thing, which is funny. Obviously, the thing being, if Donna remembers the Doctor, she will die. Her mind will blow up. She'll remember, she'll get all the Doctor's knowledge again like she did in season 4, and then it'll be too much knowledge and she'll die. But to save the day, it turns out the Doctor has to make her remember, give her the knowledge back, and then they save the day together, and she's gonna fucking kick the bucket. Except she doesn't, because Rose, Donna's daughter, it turns out when she had a kid, the stuff in her brain was also passed down to Rose. So this also activated Rose, which meant that it balanced the thing out, because what it turns out is, it balances the knowledge across 3 people. You have the David Tennant, who is the male aspect of the Doctor. You have Donna, who is the female aspect of the Doctor, and you have Rose, who then is the neither, because she's the they, and she's not male or female. And so she quite literally gets to save the day because she is trans, which is fucking sweet. It's so good, because, like, that doesn't happen ever. Not enough, and there's a huge fan base of trans people for Doctor Who in particular. It's a very big portion of the fan base. So it's fucking sick that they got that. That was really cool. I think for me, initially, the first time I watched it, was a bit taken aback because I was like, well, I wanted to just have David Tennant and Catherine Tate going on adventures again. But when I actually went, he's doing something that I didn't expect, and it's surprising. I watch it again, watch it through, go, oh, let's actually fucking see what he's trying to do here. It's like, it's so fucking cool. Like, it's just nice little reintroduction. And at the end, they get to go off. Donna and the Doctor go off in the TARDIS for more adventures. The TARDIS, which is a new set, by the way, and looks fucking beautiful. It's so good. It's ginormous. It's fucking huge. It's insane how big it is. Second special.
It's like a traditional type
it's
of
a tradition. It's a traditional aesthetic. It's got the roundels on the wall. It's all white. It's fucking chef's kiss. It's so beautiful. Nice. The second special was Wild Blue Yonder, which I was very excited about because I get David Tennant and Donna going off on an adventure together, which is what I wanted in the first place.
For the full thing, yeah.
For the full thing, like, this is what I wanted. But also, they were being very, very secretive about this episode. There was only, I think there was 2 shots of it in all of the promotional that they released. Mm-hmm. There was only 2 shots from this episode. The cast list they released, which said David Tennant, Catherine Tate, and then redacted.
Right.
And everyone was going fucking crazy. They were like, Matt Smith's going to be in it. Fucking Peter Capaldi's going to be in it. This is where we get our fucking anniversary celebrations. It wasn't that. And I think some people were very upset.
That's like if CM Punk didn't come back in the Survivor Series.
Exactly. Some people were upset. And to those people that were upset, I say, fucking get over it. You just watched one of the best Doctor Who episodes in fucking 7 years. It was so good.
By any chance, did they favour actually story over fan service?
Yes, they did. The Doctor and Donna end up on a spaceship where there is nothing except the spaceship keeps reconfiguring itself like after a certain amount of time, and every time it does, there's a little robot that takes one step. And it's like, what the fuck is this about? They're doing their investigating as they do, and then fucking you think it's a montage because the Doctor's doing something in one room, Donna's doing something in one room, and then the Doctor and Donna go and talk to them, and they're having conversations, and you think, oh, this is just like how we do in Passage of Time because this is how editing works, until you realise both of those scenes are happening at the same time, and the Doctor and Donna that have appeared to the real Doctor and Donna are not real, and they are shape-shifting aliens. So David Tennant and Catherine Tate get to play the villains of the episode as well as playing the Doctor and Donna, and it's fucking awesome. It's so good. That's where that weird thing that I sent you where David Tennant's got ginormous arms. That's where that comes from. Because that was the thing where it gets revealed. He goes like, my arms are too long. And she's like, well, yeah, fucking whatever. You're a lanky fuck or whatever. And then she looks at him and he's like, no, my arms are too long. And the camera pans out and his arms are just fucking stretched out over the floor. And it's like, what the fuck? This is so weird. And then he's dragging his arms about and coming after him. And then he goes like, the thing is, when I sort the arms out, then I have a problem with the jaw, and his fucking jaw falls all the way to the floor. It's such creepy fucking body horror. It's great, and I loved it. And that is the one where I'm like, so good, perfect Doctor Who. Then the third one was The Giggle, which had Neil Patrick Harris as the villain. As a returning villain, the toy maker from an episode that nobody's seen because it doesn't exist anymore. so yeah, he was a villain in the William Hartnell days for one story. It's a good one. I've seen it. I've seen the reconstructions of it and all that kind of jazz. But it's good. But he, the character never showed up again, and all this kind of stuff. Now we have him back. He's here to fuck with the Doctor, and he puts a message inside television that makes everybody in the world think that they're right. Is the things. So there's a guy being like, "I fucking paid for these roads, so I'm gonna fucking walk on them." And the Doctor's like, "What are you doing? You're gonna get hit by a car." Everyone's going mental because everybody thinks they're right, and it's a big kind of statement on, I think, Twitter and fucking shit like that.
Okay.
People being real pieces of shit for no reason. The Doctor finds out it's the Toymaker, and you get this fucking cool ass sequence where they're going through the Toymaker's fucking domain, and it's all like it's a corridor that goes on forever, and every time they go through a door, it's just the same corridor, all that kind of shit. And then Neil Patrick Harris is like, "Hey man, here's a fucking puppet show to get you up to date, Donna, and also the audience, I guess, on what David Tennant's been doing, or what the Doctor's been doing since he last saw you." And he's like, "Oh, he was going around with Amy Pond, and then she died." And the Doctor's like, "Well, no, because actually she just got sent back in time, and she died of old age. She didn't get killed by the Weeping Angel." And the Toymaker's like, "Oh, well, that's fucking fine then, isn't it?" He's like, "And then you had Clara, and she got killed by a fucking bird or whatever." And the Doctor's like, "Well, actually, I saved her because I saved her between her last breaths or whatever." And the Toymaker's like, "Well, that's fine then, isn't it?" It fucking gets rid of her. It's like, then there was Bill, and she got killed by a Cyberman. And then the Doctor was like, "Yeah, but her consciousness kind of lives on or whatever." And he's like, "Oh, well, that's fine then, isn't it?" And you start to realize that he's basically being like, you fucking let everybody die.
Right, yeah.
And then he talks about a Jodie Whittaker season where half the universe was destroyed, and it was kind of the Doctor's fault, and all this. And you start to realize, like, Donna talks to him about it, and it's like, you don't fucking stop ever. Why, you're so fucking sad all the time, you never stop. And they get to play their final game together. The Toymaker and the Doctor are going to do their final fucking confrontation, and the Toymaker shoots him with a big laser, right?
Right.
At which point I'm going, this is it. David Tennant's going to die. Here comes Ncuti Gatwa. I'm excited to see him. And he fucking does his regeneration. The energy's coming out. And then the energy fades, and he's still David Tennant. And it's like, what's going on here? And he tells Donna and Mel, who a character who showed up for no reason, who I won't go into, because I haven't got time, that he's like, "Grab my arms and pull, please." And they're like, "Well," he's like, "Just fucking pull." And they pull, and Ncuti Gatwa comes out of him.
Oh.
and then there's two of them.
Men, directed by Alex Garland.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, he just fucking splits like an amoeba. It's weird. And then there's two of them. And Ncuti gets half the clothes, and David Tennant keeps other half of the clothes. So David Tennant has like the undershirt and a waistcoat and the trousers,
Right?
But no shoes. Okay. And Ncuti Gatwa gets the shirt, a tie, the boxers, and then shoes. And he's got no trousers on for his entire first episode, which is very good. I love it. Great legs on him. Good on him.
Oh, really?
Fantastic. But also, if he's wearing the boxers, that means that David Tennant's just fucking swinging around in there for the rest of the episode, which is great to know. And they defeat the Toymaker together, and they explain that it's a bi-generation, which has never been done before. And so, the conclusion is... How long have I got? Oh, I'm fucking nailing this. The conclusion is that they say, the reason that David Tennant's face came back is because the Doctor themselves as a person subconsciously is like stagnant. They're fucking running on fumes.
Okay.
The body can't make a new face, so it's just gone back to an old one because he's so knackered and so tired. Because he goes through all this trauma and he goes through all this shit, and then he never fucking deals with it. He just keeps going. So the conclusion is that Ncuti Gatwa says to him, "You fucking stay on Earth." And it kind of becomes a thing of, he tells him, which I missed the first time. So initially, for me, I don't like this, because I don't like the idea of two Doctors existing simultaneously, and also one of them being everybody's favourite.
Yeah.
Because you just know that, they've got a fucking queer black guy to play the character now, and some cunt's going to be like, "I just want David Tennant back. Can't we just go to David Tennant because he's still alive?" And it's just like, it just gives them fucking ammunition.
Yeah.
But if you listen to what he says in the episode, Shooty Gatwa says that they're Time Lords and they're doing rehab out of order. And he basically is saying that he's from the future. So he says to him, I'm okay because you're okay. So David Tennant gets to retire and deal with the trauma and fucking self-heal and look after himself and internalize things, take stock.
Yeah.
And then eventually when he's done that, he will turn into Shooty Gatwa.
Yeah.
And the one that we met in this episode is from a point where he's already done that.
Okay, I like that.
Which is like, that's fucking sweet. So he says to him, like, he lists off all this stuff. He's like, Adric died, who was like a fifth Doctor companion, and the Flux, and they say Mavic Chen as well, which is a fucking crazy reference. But the one that made me get upset, he was like, fuck it. He said, Sarah Jane is dead. Can you even fucking believe that?
Wow.
And David Tennant's like, I loved that person. And he's like, yeah, I fucking loved it. But you need to fucking, take a minute and appreciate that that's happened.
Yeah.
And all this, and it's like, damn, man. It, like, really hit me. But it was also because it's a great way of... They didn't do the traditional anniversary special for Doctor Who, which is throw loads of Daleks in and get like 3 or 4 Doctors, put them all together, do a big fucking whatever. It's a cleverer way of paying homage to 60 years of the show by being like, after all this time, he finally gets to fucking rest and like take it all in, whilst also it metatextually allows for the next season to be a complete fresh start for like new audiences to come in, because we've got this Doctor who has a complete new lease on life. He's all of the baggage of the past 60 years is put to bed, and we're starting with a completely fucking new guy that doesn't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
And I think that's fucking genius. So I think as a celebration of the show overall, 60th anniversary, as a fanboy, would I have wanted other things? Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Absolutely, I'd have fucking shit my pants if Matt Smith showed up on my telly. I'd have been so excited. Oh my god. Peter Capaldi showed up. I'd just fucking, some liquids would have hit the wall if that guy was fucking showed up on my screen. But they didn't, and instead they decided to go for a really kind of character-based, interesting, metatextual thing. And it was an interesting way of doing it, and I think it was fucking brilliantly handled and very well written. And I missed my favorite show being fucking funny. It's so funny and weird and just like, it's so fucking gay, and I love it. It's the best, man. Neil Patrick Harris does a whole dance number to Spice Girls, Spice Up Your Life.
Nice. In
the last episode, he's like killing people, but he's fucking singing Spice Up Your Life, and it's like some guards run at him, and he turns them into bouncy balls, and then throws the balls to one of the other characters, and the other character catches the ball, and it's got fucking screaming face in it.
Cool.
And it's horrifying, but then at the same time, he's singing Spice Girls, and that's funny. But like, it's got so much energy. How long have I got? I've got a minute. I can talk about this one joke. In the second episode, it starts with them running into Isaac Newton when he's about to discover gravity, and the fucking apple falls on his head or whatever. And they say to him, you can appreciate the gravity of the situation, right? Which is a shit joke, and it's very whatever. And then Isaac Newton says, what was that fucking word they said? So they give him the idea for gravity. He's like, what was that word they said? And he's like going through options. And he's like, the camera's pushing in. He's like, well, he's going to say gravity, and then it's going to cut to the credits. And instead, he says mavity, because he misheard them. And for the rest of the episode, whenever gravity is brought up, they call it mavity.
That's brilliant.
For the whole episode, it's fucking incredible. I hope that for the rest of the show, no one ever says gravity again.
Yeah, it's just always mavity.
Because it's such a good bit.
Yeah.
Like there's a bit later on where, because the pilot of the ship there's a noise banging against the side of the ship, and they're like, "What is that?" And eventually they find out it's the pilot ejected themselves to kill themselves, and then was caught in the fucking ship's gravity field. And the doctor's like, "Oh, they got the body got caught in the gravity field," and Donna's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's like, "The gravity field," and she's like, "Oh yeah," and it's just funny as hell. But yeah, it was good. I liked it. I'm so excited for Christmas Day and the fucking Goblin song. So slay. I think as well the Goblin song. I know I meant to be finished. This is a different section of the show where I'll talk about the Goblin song.
Oh, is it? Oh, is it now?
Yes. It's not actually Doctor Who related. I mean, it is because it's in a Doctor Who episode. But they've released a Christmas song called the Goblin Song,
right.
which is it's goblins singing as they sacrifice a baby to be eaten by the King Goblin.
Good bit.
And currently, it's number 1 on the iTunes charts because the Doctor Who fandom has come together and gone, let's just fucking play this on repeat. And it was like the tweets that have been going on being the Goblin song has now beaten Mariah Carey, and it just kept going. And it's fucking incredible. The lyrics are so stupid. They're like fucking putting salt on a baby or whatever. It's so dumb, and I'm just so happy that my stupid little TV show is back and good again. And I don't have to be embarrassed when I watch it.
And I'm happy for you. And I'm happy for you for that.
Thanks, man. Imagine if it was awful.
Imagine.
Jesus.
It'd be
horrendous.
It would be a bad time for both of us.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be horrific.
The next section I want to move on to.
Yeah, go on.
I want to read through the Golden Globes. I know the nominations.
Oh, yes.
I know them all.
Yes.
But other nominations have been announced for things, but this is the first proper train of the awards season to see.
Yeah.
But what's interesting about the Golden Globes this year is this is the first year they've expanded their voting body. So the Hollywood Foreign Press is now not only just located in America. You know how things clearly got nominated because it's like they were mates of filmmakers.
Yeah.
Well, now 2/3 of the Hollywood Foreign Press are apparently international. So that can't happen. So, because I don't know about you, Robbie, but for me, this is the Golden Globes this year. Actually, I'm looking at them and go like, this isn't an embarrassment. Actually,
yeah.
I'm not looking at it going.
Yeah, come on.
There's no Baz Luhrmann nominated for director this year. Is all I'm saying.
Oh my god, insane.
We'll go through. Well, we'll semi-go through all.
Yes, I'm just gonna get some fruit twirls.
Fruit twirls.
Yeah, man.
What does that involve?
Just a big fucking lace. I got them in my advent calendar.
Right, okay.
Which my mum made because she's a fucking sweetheart.
It's a pretty solid advent calendar, I will say that.
Oh, it's fucking fantastic, yeah.
So the nominations. So best original song, Robbie. We got "Addicted to Romance" by Bruce Springsteen from a film called "She Came to Me." I don't know that one.
I don't know that one either.
You got "Dance the Night Away" from Barbie, which is the Dua Lipa song. We got "I'm Just Ken" from Barbie.
Yeah, I mean that'll win.
Should win, I think.
Nah.
We got "Peaches" from the Mario film.
Should win.
No.
It's so good. I
feel like we've got this. We just flip Peaches and I'm Just Ken for both of us. I'm like, I get the meme with Peaches, but let's because you know what it is. I've discovered I don't get the Jack Black hype. I don't get it.
I love Jack Black so much.
I'm not on that boat. So
yeah, fair enough.
I can get why people will love that song for the Jack Blackism of it.
Yeah.
The Holiday is like the only time where I look at Jack Black and go like, I'll love this guy. I will admit as well.
Not School of Rock?
I need a rewatch. I haven't seen it since I was a child. I will say that, so I don't have like an updated view on that film.
I fucking love School of Rock so much.
Also nominated, we got Road to Freedom by Lenny Kravitz from a film called Rustin, which is on Netflix. Which
Sure.
Yeah, sure. And What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish, which is
that's
from
a nice
Barbie.
one.
Yeah.
That musically, that probably should win. I haven't heard the Bruce Springsteen one or the Lenny Kravitz one.
Right. Musically, the Billie Eilish song's the best song, but also I did enjoy I'm Just Ken. that's a fun one to sing along, and I like the scene that it accompanied. And the Peaches song is that for the Mario film as well, so whatever. Original score. There's Poor Things, which we don't get till February or January.
God damn it.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
I want to watch it real bad.
But I'm slightly cautious about that film because I've never loved a Yorgos Lanthimos. I've never loved a Yorgos Lanthimos film. So, yeah. Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer's nominated for the score.
Great score.
Joe Hisaishi for The Boy and the Heron. That's the new Miyazaki Ghibli film, which comes out Boxing Day for us in the UK. So I'm looking forward to that. Mika Levi for The Zone of Interest. That doesn't come out till...
Haven't seen it.
Doesn't come out till January, February, I think. But I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Daniel Pemberton for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Good score from my memory.
It's a good score. Yeah, it's good.
And Robbie Richardson for Killers of the Flower Moon, which I remember the score being good.
Shot. I don't remember shit about that movie. Apart from Leonardo DiCaprio getting spanked that one time.
Oh, yeah, he did. He did, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me, that's Oppenheimer.
At the moment, I would say so. Personally, I think so, yeah. I like that score a lot.
Yeah.
I do remember liking the Killers of the Flower Moon score. I do remember liking it, but I can't think of it. You know, But
I have no idea what it is.
But I can think of the Oppenheimer score. So that's where that goes for me.
Yeah.
Best screenplay. We've got Barbie.
No.
We got Poor Things. Again, I haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it.
We've got Oppenheimer, which is interesting for a screenplay.
Possibly. Well, it's an interesting screenplay. I've read a bit of it.
Okay.
It's written in the first person, which is very strange.
I did hear about that. Yes, I know about that.
Yeah.
We got
it's quite cool.
We got Eric Roth and Martin Scorsese for Killers of the Flower Moon. That's quite it's quite a screenplay. It's quite a story. It's quite a true good. We got Celine Song for Past Lives. That's the one that I say deserves it. That's the film that I'm waving the flag for this year. That's the one that's my Everything Everywhere. Last year for awards season, it's Past Lives this year, and also the nomination Anatomy of a Fall, which is also nominated for screenplay. Which I think the screenplay was a little bit bog standard, considering for courtroom drama standards, it was very it's good, but you didn't do much else.
Yeah.
No, it's good. Anatomy of a Fall is good, but screenplay
for me right now. I would go Oppenheimer for that, but I haven't seen some of the other nominations.
I haven't seen Poor Things. For me, it would be Past Lives. Like at the moment, I think December got snubbed. That's my snub of the week.
Goddamn.
That's my snub of the week.
Oscar Fitchett's snub of the week
for the screenplay nomination. We got Best Director nominations. We got Bradley Cooper for Maestro, which I'm waiting to come on Netflix.
No.
I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I just know it's going to be not good.
I'm hearing it's good, though. I'm hearing it's good.
I have a bad feeling about this.
But you liked A Star Is Born.
I do like A Star Is Born.
Bradley Cooper.
True. Yeah, but he's got a weird fake nose for no reason.
Well, we're talking about his director, not his prosthetics.
Yeah, fair enough.
Again, I haven't seen Greta Gerwig for Barbie's nominated.
Sure.
We got Yorgos Lanthimos for Poor Things. We got Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. We got Big Boy Marty for Killers of the Flower Moon. And we got Celine Song for Past Lives.
I have absolutely no opinion on that. Of the ones that I've seen, Nolan probably. But
again, I'm saying Celine Song for Past Lives. But Nolan did do a good job directing Oppenheimer. I will say that. It was a good directed film. As much as I really like Killers of the Flower Moon, it wasn't Scorsese's... It wasn't
good.
No, it was good. It was good. You didn't even hate it. You didn't.
I just thought it was fucking boring.
You didn't even hate the film. But it wasn't his. it wasn't a directy film. I will say that. Like
Yeah.
like Irishman felt more like a film that was a Martin Scorsese directed film. Killers of the Flower Moon felt more. That film felt more of a screenplay acty film, personally. Now we've got supporting actress in music. No, they don't do they don't do genres of the supporting performances. They just do.
Oh, god damn.
So for supporting actress,
yeah.
we got Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. We got Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. We got Jodie Foster for Naiad, which I never heard of until the Golden Globes. If I'm being perfectly honest. We got Julianne Moore for May December. That one is my answer.
I haven't seen it.
It's on Now TV now.
Oh goddamn! I'll have a look.
Rosamund Pike for Saltburn, which I start
Hell
laughing.
yeah.
I start laughing.
Hell yeah!
Because if anything's a Golden Globes nomination, it's Saltburn getting nominated.
Yeah. That's great. Go for that.
You know what? And again, I like Saltburn, but I don't think it should be getting award nominations.
No.
And Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers is nominated for support actress as well. And we're getting that in January, and I'm really looking forward to that film.
I'm so excited for that. It looks right on my
screen. I was going to say that feels like that's a Robbie Tweed film.
Yeah, I'm well excited for that.
I don't know.
I don't know.
For this one, I don't know. It feels like an Emily Blunt win.
Yeah, but I don't want it to be.
No, neither.
If anything, because I forgot she was in that movie until you just read her name out.
I think she's really good. I think she's pretty on par with Killian, if I'm being honest.
Yeah. For the meme, I will go Rosamund Pike. Because she is funny in that movie.
She is
Holy
funny.
shit.
She is funny.
That line where they're talking about, like, maybe common people have written about her, and she's like, she came from Greece, she had a thirst for knowledge. Well, I've never wanted to know anything. It's such a good joke. That's so funny.
Why?
So, well, yeah, you're also not from fucking Greece.
Why are we going to find ourselves in your flat watching Saltburn one evening? Why is that going to be a thing that I can imagine happening?
I don't want to ever see it again. It made me feel so gross.
No, but I can imagine us just scrolling through on Netflix and being like, go on, stick that on, and then we do it. Like how we spend that weekend.
I'd be more comfortable at home.
Like how we spend that weekend watching DComs.
Yeah.
I can just imagine.
That's good time. I think, like, I'd more happily watch it at home. It was the fact that I was in a cinema and I couldn't escape.
That's the best bit.
And I just had to watch Barry Keoghan fuck the ground for a bit.
Yeah, that was.
and there was nothing I could do.
It was such a long shot. That went on for so long. It was such a.
It was so gross. I mean, the whole movie made me feel so uncomfortable.
If there's any film that's the embodiment of Tumblr, it's that fucking film.
Yeah. Do you think my analogy was correct?
No, it is. But I will. My thing is, if Tumblr, Pinterest, and Wattpad had a threesome, this is what would come out. No, but your analogy is also really good.
It does because my analogy for that movie is that it feels like how Watchmen, Zack Snyder's Watchmen, is a 1-for-1 adaptation, frame for frame, line for line adaptation of the comic. This movie feels like a 1-for-1, line for line adaptation of a young adult novel that Tumblr girls would have been obsessed with in 2005 that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like.
Anyway.
I
don't want to keep talking about Saltburn.
We're not going to talk about Saltburn, but
what a fascinating film is what I will say. Supporting actor.
Yes.
We got Willem Dafoe and Paul Things.
Sure.
Which I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't seen it, but isn't he like a little goblin-y Victor Frankenstein man?
I think so. He's got a weird face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robert De Niro in Killers of the Flower Moon. I liked him a lot in that.
Sure. Kind of on autopilot for me, but yeah.
Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
Really good.
Great. Yeah.
Do you know what I think I've discovered? I'm not like, to me, all the performances in Oppenheimer were all really good. It's not like I'm not looking at Robert Downey Jr. in Oppenheimer and being like, wow!
Yeah.
Like a lot of people are. I'm like, it was really good, as everyone else was.
I really liked him in that.
He's good in it.
Yeah.
But I kind of like Matt Damon a little bit more in it, though.
I like Matt Damon. I like Alden Ehrenreich in it a lot.
Yeah.
He's great.
I like Rami Malek in Ill.
Yeah, well, okay.
No, just for the pure fact of him being little. Ooh, ooh, there he is. And then he just walks in and goes like, now let me drop some shit on this.
Yeah. Let me fuck this shit up.
Ryan Gosling in Barbie.
I hope not. But that's fine.
Charles Melton in May December is the right option, and he's the one that I am waving the flag for. If there's anything that anyone should walk away from May December with, is Charles Melton is a fucking revolutionary and should be someone to look out for. Damn. And if the world is right, and if the category of best supporting actor, emphasis on best, should be given to the best, it should be Charles Melton, is quite frankly what it is. And also Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things, which again, he could be also really good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Have you heard the running bit for Mark Ruffalo on the set of Poor Things?
No.
People kept telling him that they were going to replace him with Oscar Isaac throughout the shoot, and it started to really get to him and like freak him out. And then one day on set, Willem Dafoe brought Oscar Isaac to set, and Mark Ruffalo just fucking wigged out. He didn't know what to do.
Again, I want Charles Melton. Since it's the Globes, I can imagine Gosling walking up on stage and getting that.
I don't want him to get it.
But he's really good in it.
No, I mean, yeah, no, he is.
He's really funny.
Yes.
Really funny.
But did Will Ferrell deserve a fucking Golden Globe for Anchorman? No.
Sure.
No, he did. No, he didn't.
No. Here's,
Do you know what I mean?
Here's my slight arguments with this. It shouldn't matter what genre said things should be.
No,
like for example, Jeff Bridges in The Big Lebowski, I would have loved him winning an Oscar.
Yeah.
John Goodman in Big Lebowski would have loved him winning an Oscar. I would put both those performances on the similar outlook as Ryan Gosling in Barbie. Yeah. Because they're just pure absurdist comedy. Yes. And they're really fucking good at that. So in my head, I'm like, well, why shouldn't that also be? I'm not. I'm on the Charles Melton bandwagon here, and that's like pure drama for that. But yeah,
for me personally, I mean, I've spoken about my opinions on the Barbie movie, but I think
go to the Barbenheimer episode.
I think I don't think Barbie should be being considered for awards and things. Obviously, be considered, but like I don't think it should be getting nominated for awards and stuff because.
Production design says otherwise.
Well, production design, sure, but like it's just
costume as well, I guess.
It's just as studio comedy. In my head, I don't see why it should be nominated in things like Anchorman or stuff like that should be.
Yeah, but I also think Barbie's a much more superior film than Anchorman.
But
it's like
I disagree, but that's fine.
But also, my head is like, were you of the camp of wanting like Endgame to be Best Picture nominee?
No.
Big. Okay, I was just curious.
Absolutely not.
Were you Infinity War? Were you more that? Were you still like?
Okay, no, because there hasn't been a Marvel movie that should have won a fucking Best Picture. I'm not,
No, I agree. But I know. But I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Best Actress in a Musical or Comedy.
Mm-hmm.
This is where we get to this bullshit categorized genre section.
Yeah.
This is where actors who get lead actor nominations who are like shouldn't.
Yes.
Nominations for the lead actress in a musical or comedy. We got Fantasia Barrino for The Colour Purple.
Mm-hmm.
Haven't seen it. I don't think it's out yet for us. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Jennifer Lawrence and No Hard Feelings. I didn't see this.
I also didn't see this. What the fuck? Is that not like the real, like the return of the Raunch-com thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, it's lead actress in a musical or comedy.
Okay.
Keep that in mind. Natalie Portman in May December.
Okay.
Brilliant. I find it odd how this film's in the comedy section, but I feel like that's just me. Mm-hmm. Everyone kept going like, I heard people go, it's this really like cool, like funny camp dark comedy. I'm like, I found it quite dramatic.
Yeah.
I could see the camp in May December, but I wasn't laughing.
I feel like I should watch that.
No, it's really good. It's really good. I don't want to say anything really about it, just because I don't know what you know of it, but
I know nothing about it except that people have said it's good.
I won't say anything about it, and I'll let you look into however much. Like I didn't know a major thing about it, but it's just the main plot point. But I liked not knowing about it. Like, all I knew about it was Natalie Portman's playing an actress, and in a film, and she's preparing for a film where she's going to be playing Julianne Moore.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that's all I knew about it. So
okay, cool.
Yeah. I didn't know who Julianne Moore was as a character, like who is she as a person in the film. But yeah. Alma Poisty for Fallen Leaves. This is like I think an Icelandic foreign film, which I've never heard of. No. But this showcases the foreign bits.
Yeah, which is nice.
The international voters are now actually having a bit.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie and Barbie.
Yeah, she'll probably get it.
And Emma Stone in Poor Things. This is where I think Emma Stone will win it.
Yeah.
For this category, because I think she's the. From what I'm understanding about Poor
movie,
yeah, from what I'm understanding of Poor Things, people are going, Emma Stone's amazing. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I'd want Natalie Portman, but by default. But again, Emma Stone probably will win it. We got lead actor in a musical or comedy. Now this is. I got so happy with this category, Robbie. I got so happy because first of all, we got Nick Cage and Dream Scenario.
Hell yeah.
Love that film.
I haven't seen that yet. I want to see it real bad.
Absolutely. Look, it genuinely was one of these films where like it was playing. I'm like, this is such my niche humor.
Yeah.
This is so like it's incredible. And Nick Cage, genuinely one of my top 2 favorite lead male performances of the year.
God
like,
damn.
Genuine. Like it's one of his best.
Nice.
One of his best because he goes really. Because it's dramatic, but also really funny. But he doesn't change his tones either way.
Yeah.
He's the same tone throughout. It's just the context of the scene that makes it either funny or sad.
That's cool.
Like, genuinely. Timothy Chalamet and Wonka. I'm seeing it tomorrow.
I'm seeing it at some point next week.
I'm seeing it. Me and Gary, we're gonna watch the Gene Wilder Wonka, and then we're gonna go and see. Nice. We're gonna go and see Timmy Wonka. I'm hearing Wonka's good.
I'm hearing it's good. I'm not surprised.
And I was telling everyone this.
Yeah.
When everyone was going like, yeah, it's going to be shit that. I'm like, have you seen who's doing it?
Yeah. Have you seen Paddington?
It's literally the same team who did Paddington.
Yeah.
And people are like, yeah, but the trailers look naff. I'm like, the trailers for the first Paddington look naff.
Yeah.
What? It doesn't matter. Just
come on, man.
Shut up. And also, it's cool to hate Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
But I still like them. I still like him. Matt Damon in Air. I need to see that.
I want to watch that.
It's on Prime. I know that, so I need to give that a go.
Benny Affleck.
Yeah. Paul Giamatti in The Holdovers. Again, we don't have that yet.
I know, but he looks good in the trailer.
Yep. Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid.
In the bin. Get out of here. Oh, have you watched that now?
Yeah, I finally watched it.
Big Monster Dick.
Yeah! Yeah!
What? Hell yeah.
Yeah, genuinely. Again, I mean, we'll probably talk about it in the top 10 video, but like, I fucking loved it, obviously.
Yeah,
but again, I can understand why people didn't like it, but I don't understand the people who loved Ari Aster's other 2 films and then didn't like this one. I'm like, well, if you watched his short films, like the films he was doing before Hereditary, this is literally what the type of shit he was doing. He wasn't doing horror. He was doing weird shit like this.
Yeah.
Well, I think I showed you a clip from, what was it, the Turtle's Head. Where it was like, God damn it, bitch, I'm a professional. It's weird shit. And to me personally, Joaquin Phoenix is like my personal favorite lead male performance in that film. But yeah, I can understand why. But I'm amazed that this film even got nominated because I was genuinely like, in my head, I'm like, there's no way anyone's going to look at that film. But it's in there. Joaquin Phoenix that film's nominated for a Golden Globe.
Yeah.
There we go.
Goddamn.
And Jeffrey Wright in American Fiction, which I'm hearing is good.
Yeah, I've heard that's really good, but I don't know what it is.
We don't get it until late January, I think.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know much about it. I think it's a part of Rian Johnson's production company. So I think he's like it's not. It's a new first-time director, but it's like Rian Johnson produced.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
Best lead actress in a drama.
Yes.
We got Annette Bening in Naiad. Again, don't know. You've just disappeared into the background there. That was amusing. I just saw you.
Can you just see a fucking goblin?
You just got like sucked up into it though.
Hell yeah.
Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon. Why wasn't she pushed for supporting?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like she would have a stronger shout in supporting as well.
Yeah.
Than lead, because lead is a tight category.
Yeah, she's not really.
She's not the lead.
No, well, yeah.
Well, she's not really the lead. I don't know. Anyway, I liked her in it. Sandra Hüller in Anatomy of a Fall. Good in the film.
I haven't seen it.
Greta Lee in Past Lives. That's who I want.
I haven't seen it.
Carrie Mulligan in Maestro. Still haven't seen it. We'll see.
Sure.
Kaylee Spaney for Priscilla. We don't have that yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
I am looking forward to that. Weirdly.
More Jacob Elordi.
Well, I want to see if Jacob Elordi is good as Elvis and that he didn't have to fuck up his whole fucking life or whatever for like a year.
He probably hasn't, because I think I've seen him in interviews and he's still speaking British.
Exactly, he can still speak like a normal fucking human. What are you doing, Austin Butler? You fucking strange boy.
I really affected my voice in there.
It really affected me. I really feel like Elvis' spirit is fuck off.
Remember when we were panicking that he was going to like win at the Oscar?
I was freaking out, man. No.
I don't know who could get that one. I don't know
Actually.
Yeah. Maybe Greta Lee. That'd be nice.
I haven't seen enough of those films to know.
Yeah. Best lead actor in a drama. We've got Bradley Cooper in Maestro. Sure. We got Leonardo DiCaprio in Killers of a Flower Moon. We got Coleman Domingo in Rustin.
Sure.
We got Barry Keoghan in Saltburn again, howling.
Let's go.
Howling.
Let's go.
We got Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And we got Andrew Scott in All of Us Strangers, which I think comes out February for us.
I want to see
I'm
that
looking
real
forward
bad.
to.
Yeah.
Looking forward to.
Cillian Murphy for me. Surely.
None of these ones. Again, I haven't seen a few of these, but none of these ones are ones that I'm like that. I want that one to win. I'd
love it to be Barry Keoghan, but my heart of hearts says Cillian Murphy.
I think Cillian Murphy should win that one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to read the cinematic and box office achievement category.
Oh, fuck off.
But do you know what's I'll skim through them.
Yeah, go on.
We got Barbie. We got Guardians 3. We
Yeah.
got John Wick 4. We got Dead Reckoning Part 1. We got Oppenheimer, Spider-Verse, Mario, Taylor Swift.
Barbie, right?
Dead Reckoning didn't make loads at the box office. So the category
didn't it only just make its money back or something?
Yeah. So, but I don't. This category's stupid for many reasons.
Yeah.
Because it's like we'll give the big popular films their own category.
Yeah.
But also, from the sounds of it, it's like the winner is whichever's the highest grossing, probably. Yeah. So it's Barbie.
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
Non-English language film. I'm not going to read through that. But Anatomy of Fall was nominated. Fallen Leaves was nominated. Past Lives, weirdly nominated. It's an American film, but they have Korean language in it. Globes, get with it. It's not a foreign film, you tits.
You fucking idiots.
Animated film, we got The Boy and the Heron. We got Elemental.
No.
We got Spider-Verse.
Maybe.
We got Mario. We got Suzumi, which is an anime film, I know that. And we got Wish.
No.
So Lewis, when we were talking about Lewis, went, so Spider-Verse is a lock, right? I'm like, oh no, Boy and the Heron's getting some traction.
It'll probably be that.
And then Lewis like, I don't know, Spider-Verse though. I went, that's you talking, Lewis. And then meanwhile, cut to Reese and go like, well, Spider-Verse has to win because we couldn't exist without it.
Spider-Verse is the greatest piece of art that's ever existed in the world.
Did you see his comment in the chat where it was like, this had like a big cultural impact in the world this year? I'm like,
no, it didn't.
You, Reese.
Literally.
And he backed it up, and I think he backed it up by like the fact that like it's a canon event is now in the dictionary or something like that. And he goes, "See, Oscar, there's my point." I'm like, "No, well,
no,
Reese, an emoji won word of the year, and that doesn't mean anything."
Canon event didn't even fucking win.
No,
it was just in the runnings. Also, most everybody that's seen that movie, including myself, has fucking forgotten all about it.
It's good.
And
I remember it being good.
yeah, but they'll also everyone will have fucking forgotten about it before the next one comes out.
Mm.
I'm not gonna go into it.
Yeah, let's move on.
Why would you make a movie that needs to be intricately animated that'll take several years to produce? Make it a part one before you've made the second part. What the fuck are you doing?
I do agree with that because in my head I'm like, wait, so part 2 isn't ready to just go?
No, it's gonna be. They haven't even started it yet.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's gonna be like fucking 5 years before the next one comes out, and no one will give a fuck.
Yeah, it's mental.
Stupid.
Someone pointed out that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was stuck from that category.
Yeah,
so.
Bullshit. Get it on there.
It
was better than everything on that list. I haven't seen the Miyazaki one yet, but for me, better than everyone on that list.
And now in the best pictures, so we got the best musical or comedy film, Robbie.
Yeah.
We got Air. We got American Fiction.
Yeah.
We got Barbie. We got The Holdovers. We got May December. We got Poor Things. This could go anyway. It depends what the Golden Globes want to do.
I reckon Poor Things.
I think it's either Poor Things or Barbie, depending on what they want to do.
Yes. Yeah.
It depends what mood the Golden Globes are in.
Yeah.
If they want to be big,
Barbie.
If they want to go prestige, Poor Things. The answer is the answer there.
Definitely.
Again, still need to see Air, still need to see Poor Things, still need to see Holdovers, and American Fiction. I've only seen 2 of these fucking films actually in that category.
Jesus Christ.
And then best drama picture, we got Anatomy of a Fall, we got Killers of the Flower Moon, we got Maestro, we got Oppenheimer, we got Past Lives, and we got The Zone of Interest. Again, this could go either way. It depends what they want to do. Do they want to do small, intimate drama, Past Lives? Or do they want to do big drama, Oppenheimer?
Yeah.
That's the 2 films in that category. So it really just depends what mood they're in.
It can't be Barbie and Oppenheimer.
There's a strong. I can see the Globes doing that, and then I can see the headline. And I can see the headlines. Barbenheimer wins the Golden Globes.
Awful.
I can see that headline.
No, thank you.
But we'll see with that. You know what? Golden Globes actually have done an all right job this year.
Not too bad this year. Not too bad.
This year. Remember last year when we read it on like the things?
Oh God!
Like, on the Christmas and the most. And we went, what the fuck is this? And I just remember you being like, you found out what tar was because I said tar, and you went, "You're welcome."
Yeah, I didn't know.
And that was your most like biggest contribution.
It's the best joke I've ever made. I think it's up there.
Should we begin to wind down? Talk about a bit Christmassy films. Let's go to the poll. Actually, let's go to the
have a little look at the poll,
and then
I'll get prepped with my Tyler tale.
And we could talk about what we're watching this Christmas season.
Yeah,
as well. So here we go. We've had a few things here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So, all right. Well, the first comment, we got you commenting Gremlins. Cheers, Robbie.
It's the best one. You're welcome.
We got Ellie Cutmore, the cheeky bastard, commenting with 2 films.
What? That's not allowed.
No, well, she did it. The first one she commented with was the Polar Express.
Bullshit. Get it out of my fucking face. It's gross.
Then she redeemed herself, and then she said Krampus for the next one.
Krampus is good.
One of them is a terrifying horror flick, and one of them is Krampus.
Yeah. Just have to remind everybody about the best joke I've ever made. You fucking swoop in and make the best one of your life. Unbelievable. How does he do it? We'll never know.
We got Maddie Tweedale, your sister, saying,
Scum.
What did she say, Robbie?
Oh, some fucking shit. I'm gonna say she said like Christmas Carol, but the Jim Carrey one.
She said Christmas Vacation.
Oh, yeah, fuck yeah. I'd take back everything I ever said. What a movie. We should, we won't talk about that at any point, but fuck me, that was such a good film.
We got Reese Bruce. What did you think Reese said for his favourite Christmas film?
This fucking guy. Could be Home Alone, he feels like a Home Alone guy, but could also be like the fucking Grinch or some shit. Go on.
Reese just come across like a Grinch guy, doesn't
Yeah, he does.
he said Die Hard.
I fucking hate this dude.
Why is that not a right image? Reese Bruce sitting down with a hot chocolate.
Reese watching a Die Hard doesn't make any sense to me.
Not even a hot chocolate. Reese sitting down with his milk in a Christmas glass.
Oh. Oh.
With a Christmas jumper by his electric heater.
Oh God!
Not even a fire. Just
I feel sick.
And then just going, wow, now time to watch Die Hard. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Oh. Well, no.
My mum. What did my mum say is a favourite Christmas film, Robbie?
Your mum said Miracle on 34th Street.
She said Elf.
Ah, Elf is nice.
She's a big Elf fan. Well, that's our Christmas Eve film this year.
I do like Elf.
Elise Thompson. What did she say?
Elise will have said, something fucking weird. It won't just be like straightforward. It'll be.
She was in the Polar Express play this year, wasn't she?
Oh, maybe it was probably not Polar Express though. She was in Polar Express this year. I'm gonna go safe and say Home Alone.
Gremlins.
I fucking love that lady. She's great. Oh, hell, you're so fucking cool. Hell yeah. I want to give her a high five so bad. God damn it.
Just load up the Muse edit and high five the screen.
One of them.
Speak of the Muse, her Muse co-star, Joseph Caslin.
Oh, yes.
What was he said?
Something fucking cursed. It said like fucking Die Hard with a Vengeance or something. Just some fucking bullshit.
Live free or die hard. He says that.
Die Hard 3.
Sonic 2.
I fucking hate this guy so much. It's not even a fucking Christmas movie.
No.
That movie, I've seen that movie. It doesn't take place on Christmas.
But he's watching it. He's watching it this season,
What
apparently.
the fuck is he talking about? That's like actually infuriated me because that's the kind of thing where when I want someone to do a joke, like a joke answer to something, it has to have some niche, like tenuous link to what we're talking about. The fact that it's so fucking removed and has absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Call him up.
I can't do it. That is infuriating.
Julia Colley.
Yeah.
What's her favourite Christmas song?
What about her? No, what's her favourite Christmas film?
This is a good test here.
Oh, it's not though, because I'll get it wrong.
That's what I mean.
Favourite Christmas film? She didn't see Home Alone as a kid, so it's not that.
Okay.
She doesn't like Muppets Christmas Carol we were talking about the other day. We had a conversation about what our favourite Christmas films were the other day on the bus. Fuck. Now why do I only remember the ones that she doesn't like? Fuck. I'm gonna say oh, this is awful. I'll say It's a Wonderful Life, but it's wrong.
I'm reading verbatim here.
Yeah.
Julia Colley's favourite Christmas film is The Holiday, purely for fit Jude.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Yes.
It is a very Julia Colley film.
It is a very Julia Colley film because it's cozy and Jude Law's fit.
Yeah.
So yeah. Fit Jude.
I love that film, man.
It's great. The Holiday's great. It's so good.
That's becoming an annual one for me. I'm watching that every Christmas.
So good. That's funny.
That's a perfect Christmas film that Oscar Dewey Fitcher can just sit down and watch on his own.
Yeah.
Like lonesome Oscar Fitcher is pouring himself a hot chockey, sticking on The Holiday, and I'm not sad.
Hell yeah. It's the best. It's the best.
Yeah.
You cannot be sad watching that movie.
And the final one, I believe, at the minute that we've got here is Sam Clark. What's his favourite Christmas film?
Fuck this guy. It's going to be fucking Bend It Like Beckham.
He just keeps saying Ben. It's Arthur Christmas is his.
Oh, he actually gave a real answer. Holy shit. I was so convinced he was just going to say Bend It Like Beckham again.
No.
Wow.
You
Arthur
know
Christmas. That guy, I mean, I've seen that guy in some states from some substances that I can't name on the internet.
Yeah, that's fine.
The idea of that guy sitting down and watching Arthur Christmas is insane to me.
Just having a lovely time.
Just having a delightful time watching an Aardman movie.
And with that being said, what Christmas films have you been watching anything Christmassy this season yet? What are you gonna watch?
I've not watched anything yet. I've watched Gremlins. I won't watch Gremlins again this year, I don't think. I'll probably watch Love Actually. I might watch Miracle on 34th Street. I'm partial to one of them. I'm partial to a Home Alone,
Yeah.
and I'm incredibly partial to the Doctor Who Series 5 Christmas special, a Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Which is fucking mint, and I recommend it every year. It's the best. Michael Gambon is Scrooge.
God rest his soul.
What more do you want? God rest his soul. He's fucking great.
I watched Holiday Affair, which is a film from 1949, stars Robert Mitchum, and is Janet Leigh in that one?
Dunno, I ain't seen it.
She is. Nice little time. I think it might be one of the ones though that you were watching, being infuriated by the characters though. And
okay.
So it's one to me when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, lovely Christmas vibes. I can get by some of the bullshit, but but it might be a Philadelphia story for you in that regard. So
that makes sense.
I don't recommend you watch Holiday Affair.
That's fine.
I then stuck on Bridget Jones' Diary on the 3rd of December just because I was like, I need something stupid, mindless. That
I saw you log that on Letterboxd and was so confused. It's like, what the fuck?
Like, why that? I was just like, I need something that I could just have on in the background.
Yeah.
I could just recline and I can go to my phone every now and then if I'm a bit bored or whatever. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And you didn't go to the phone once because you were gripped.
Just gripped
by Renee Zellweger and how unbelievably overweight she is in that movie.
So
insane. The fuck is that about? So can the world in 2005 sort itself the fuck out, please?
2001.
Well, fucking hell, sort it out, lads. I mean, probably the way not the best year for me to say sort yourself out.
I know. Yeah, you were born that year.
I was. That's a shame, isn't it? Fucking hell. Leo Bradley was born that year.
I'm all there for Colin Firth in a nice jumper.
Oh yeah,
seeing him. I stuck on White Christmas. Watched that for the very first time.
White Christmas. What's that?
Bing Crosby, 1954 film.
I don't
know. It's not the origin of the song White Christmas. That is Holiday Inn.
Motel Holiday Inn.
Where Bing Crosby sings that song in Holiday Inn, but then the song got really popular, and they were like, "We'll make a film called White Christmas, and we'll have that in there as well."
There you go.
Fun little musical from the 50s. That's a film that I think you would probably like.
Okay,
that's an older musical that you might either be indifferent on or you might like it. Like that's my thought.
I'll give that a go.
It's all 50s color.
Nice.
It was the very first film in Vista Vision.
Nice.
So
hell yeah.
Yeah. I decided to get back watching Only Fools and Horses this season, and actually finally start because all of it's on Now TV.
Yeah.
All of it, including the specials, which I haven't properly all watched. So I watched the special to Hull and Back.
Nice.
You all. And I'll say it. There's never a bad Only Fools. There's never a bad Only Fools.
No.
And I'll say it now. There's no question about it.
I can't hold my hand up and say that about Doctor Who. That shit's been in the bin on multiple occasions.
I went to the cinema to see The Eternal Daughter, which is a film where Tilda Swinton plays two people. One of them is a mother. One of them is a daughter.
Oh,
and it's kind of ghostly, but not scary. Like it's not a horror film. It's like a 12A. Okay. It takes place in a secluded hotel that's like kind of like it's like a countryside-y hotel type of thing, set in England and all that. It's set during winter, leading up to Christmas, so it's kind of got like it's not Christmassy, but it's got like like little like wintry, taily vibes.
Okay,
Type of thing. It feels like it feels like a quality, high production film that. It feels like a BBC TV movie, but if you got a really good budget and it was shot on film.
Okay,
is the best way that I can is nice. The vibe I got from it. Cool. And I watched The Bishop's Wife as well, which is excellent. David Niven, Cary Grant, film that I think you might enjoy. It feels like it would share. It feels like it would share the same universe as It's a Wonderful Life in the sense of Cary Grant is an angel coming down to help a bishop and his wife.
Where do I know David Niven from?
He was a Bond.
Was he the Casino Royale doesn't count Bond?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But I think that's about it. And then I watch Gremlins, and I'll probably
watch
other bits and bobs. I don't know. I'm gonna try double bill the two Miracle on 34th Street so I can finally have an opinion on the remake.
Yeah. I haven't seen the remake in fucking yonks.
I need to. I might stick on Home Alone because that's always a fun little one.
You've got to love Home Alone.
Gonna watch Elf. View are showing a load of Christmas films this year. Like there's just Christmas films on every day. Just every day in View. So I might one day look to see what's on and just go there.
Yeah.
Because
very nice.
Lovely time. Anyway, should we begin to wind down?
Is it Tyler Tale time?
It is Tyler Tale time.
Okay. This could throw the vibe all the way off.
Right.
Obviously, as we last left Tyler, he was being kidnapped.
Remind us.
He finally got to me, got to my flat, and Lewis was there when it was revealed that Lewis, the whole time, has actually been Reese. Team Lewis never existed. It's always been Team Reese. It's been a plot for ages, and me and Tyler were both knocked out. Cut to black. That's where we were left with. Mm-hmm. So obviously there's a lot of intense stuff going on with Tyler and myself. Mm-hmm. So, it's a tense episode, man. Is it Christmassy? Not really. But, Gremlins is Christmas and horror. So maybe we're going to add a bit of horror vibes into this episode.
So should we just say like in whatever location there's Christmas lights and a Christmas tree, and then that's
sure, we go. Absolutely.
Like you're wearing a Christmas jumper, you're wearing your little elf outfit that you wore last year.
Perfect.
There we go.
So Tyler comes to, marginally sweaty than usual, if that's at all possible. He crawls and finds a small wooden chair. He sits and feels something sharp slip up his jacksie.
Excuse me? I couldn't quite translate that.
He crawls and finds a small wooden chair. He sits and feels something a little sharp slip up his jacksie. That's his arse.
Okay, yes.
Help! Someone help me! He hears the kind of bang that causes his 3 nad hairs to stand on end. Is there someone there, like? Shit, I'm probably dead, like. From the darkness comes another voice. You're not dead. It's me.
Oh, okay, all right.
Who the fuck is that? There's no point yelling, I already tried. What? Have you gathered what's going on here? What the fuck is going on here? Where am I? What's that horrible fucking smell? I think you shit yourself, Tyler. Either that or your bottom is more open than usual. Don't sit down, you might swallow a means of escape. Oh, fucking hell, like. Oh, you're taking the piss, mate. What's your name, vacuum ass? Right now, my name's very fucking confused, like. What's your name?
What's going on?
It's Robbie, mate. Oh, shit, I'm really sorry, Robbie. I'm actually a great admirer of you and think you're really handsome. I just can't see with the lights being off. Suddenly, the lights shoot on, and we get a good scope of the room. There's Christmas lights everywhere, and there's a Christmas tree in one corner. It's lit.
Like we first see it. Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah. There's a gun in the middle of the room.
Jesus.
And And the walls are littered with photoshops of Robbie and Tyler together.
Oh,
Each of them is signed by Tyler, the absolute fucking creep.
Is it like, that Secret Obsession film with Brenda
Yeah.
Song? Is
Yes.
it like that type
It's
of
like that.
Photoshops, right?
Yes. Tyler is also not wearing any trousers, hence the smell. Dodgy this, mate. Well, clearly they're footing photoshops, aren't they? Yeah, made by you. Says who? Says the fucking signature, mate. This is different Tyler, I reckon. Then, a voice booms through the hall on a shitty tannoy. Wah!
Oh, God.
Hello, you cunts.
It's Reese Bruce, obviously.
Would you like to play a fucking game? Wah, 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 wah.
Actually, that sounds quite nice. Yeah, it would certainly take my mind off the key to our handcuffs currently scratching its way up my foot and rectum.
God.
It's a simple game, really. Just a nice little quiz and you can be on your way.
Seems simple enough, right?
First question is for you, Robbie.
I said I'm all ears.
Ain't that the fucking truth? Look at the size of them. Wah, 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 wah.
Look, I appreciate the craftsmanship that's gone into this leg, but there's no need to be a cunt.
Question 1. When is Tyler's birthday?
Oh, fuck this. Robbie picks up the gun and blows his fucking brains out. Well, that's pretty
Shit.
Well, that's pretty insulting, like.
Oh, fuck. I mean, that was like the easy question just to get a feel for it. Shit. I didn't expect him to just blow his fucking head off. Well, you get the gist, Tyler. It's a fucking escape room. Figure it out, I guess. Wah!
And he goes, oh, fucking hell, like, this could be tough. Oh, hang on, what does that button do there? Tyler pushes a button on the wall marked with Hello Kitty sellotape, which reads, this button tells you how to get out. Please remove it before placing contestants in room. Tyler says, I see Joe did the setup then. A big neon sign lights up that says, check Robbie's back pocket. Don't mind if I fucking do.
Just imagine him like...
Perfect. Tyler waltzes over to Robbie's corpse.
goes...
Yeah. Tyler waltzes over to Robbie's corpse, and before reaching into his pocket, goes to give him a little peck on the neck. But something's wrong. Is that a seam? The corpse suddenly springs to life, and Tyler is knocked unconscious.
What the fuck?
As he wakes up, he's bound and gagging in the corner.
Da-da-da.
Robbie stands over him, doing a wanker sign with his hand.
Does the theme play yet? At this moment,
It can start to play.
it's like it's like do. Just imagine.
This is like it's starting to happen a little bit.
Yeah.
Robbie stands over him, doing the wanker sign with his hand. He pulls the gag out of Tyler's mouth. What the fuck, like? You absolute fucking moron! Robbie removes his face to reveal Reese Bruce. Reese to the fucking Bruce, like. What have you done with my sexy beloved?
Your sexy beloved is fine, Tyler, as you can see.
Well, he's not here, like.
Or is he standing right in front of you?
What?
Robbie doesn't exist, you stupid cunt. I made him up. This whole journey, your adventure of self-discovery was for fucking naught. It's me. It's always been me. Your existence has been a fucking lie. I manipulated you into hosting a fan club for a man that doesn't exist. A handsome man that has always been me.
Yeah.
Reese skips over to the door as Tyler tosses and turns, screaming for help.
Game over, cunt. Wah, 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 wah.
He slams the door shut.
Just tell her do the Lee now, like no.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it does.
Like,
It's that
is
intensity of a
intense, or is it more
scream.
like, no.
It's more of a
Oh, so he goes.
you know, he's really feeling it. And there you go. There we have it. That's where I'm leaving off.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Mental. Well, I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
But it's it's fiction though. So
Is it?
So
Is it fiction?
I'm looking at you, and you exist, and I have seen you and Reese in the same room at the same time. So, I would.
Have you seen me and Reese in the same room at the same time?
Before I get gaslit further, let's move on to the outro of the Jolly Christmas episode. So after that Tyler tale,
After that bombshell.
After the dun 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 dun. Where was Tobin Bell in Best Drama Actor?
Exactly. Thank you for saying it. Finally being the one to say it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably, if he was generally in that nomination list, I'd be like, I'd have him over Killian.
Yes, same. Same. So what do you think is gonna happen with Tyler then?
Oh God. Well, if the inspiration is anything to go off,
Yes.
he's gonna be just stuck in that room, isn't he? And then
Possibly.
Reese's apprentice, who had a reverse bear trap on in like the first one that we didn't have, is gonna walk in and then suffocate him. If that's
Could be.
who would be Reese's Amanda?
Probably Ellie Cutmore, innit?
She did say Polar Express was her favourite Christmas film, and that's a very Jigsaw Apprentice move, I think.
Exactly, and she's on his team. So, or maybe
Reese's?
or maybe it's Joe Caslin, I don't know.
No, wasn't she on Lewis's? I can't remember.
No, because Lewis wasn't real.
That's so she was on
Lewis was always Reese, so she was technically on Reese's team all along.
That's right.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I don't know. Hang on. Oh no, you'd be asleep by now. Hang on. I'm
Who's
gonna
this?
message him.
Who, Lewis?
I was gonna see if I could call him for a Christmas message. Hang on.
Yes,
Oh
get
no,
a
he's
Christmas
awake.
message. Hell yeah. Get him.
Oh no, I'm gonna.
Get that bitch.
Can you call in for a quick intermission Christmas message,
You bitch.
please, bitch? And by call in, I mean I call you without your consent.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. What a fucking idiot.
Oh, he's seen it.
Oh, here we go.
He's seen it. He hasn't done audio for a little while.
Yes,
We haven't had a Lewis Christmas moment for a while.
It's fucking slacking.
Yeah. To be fair, I haven't sent him the shit. So,
That'll do it.
yeah. But we haven't had time, have we? You know what I mean?
No,
been
it's
like,
true. It's been pretty
always
full
type
on.
him.
Oh,
Go for it. Hang on. I'm calling
Yes.
him now.
yes. You won't be able to hear me as well, so I can just call him. I just call him the fuck.
Yeah.
Hello, Lewis. You are now live on the Intermission on the Christmas special. Is there anything you want to say to the Intermission listeners, me or Robbie?
Too many things.
Such as?
Hang on, I'll make a coffee.
Are you pissing?
What? They mean abuse.
Robbie asked if you were pissing.
If I was pissing?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was pissing like that, I think I would have to go to the doctor's, mate.
So,
Well,
Lewis, what's your favourite Christmas film?
You know what it is?
Well, the Intermission lot don't.
The Santa Claus. That's the best.
The Santa Claus, 1 or 2 or 3.
Depends the flavour, really. If I fancy a lovely Christmas one, it's the first one.
Right.
Yeah.
Nostalgic, that sort of thing. If I fancy a little bit of the Third Reich in my Christmas, it's got to be the second. And if I fancy just ruining my day, I'll watch the third.
Very nice.
Cool. And what's your opinions on Jim Carrey's The Grinch?
Immensely underrated.
I fucking hate
I
this
say
guy.
this about like Santa Claus 3, right? And I literally watched it earlier.
What? so
I hit it up while I was doing work.
So your day's ruined, is it?
I was watching who was he? I don't know his name, who plays Jack Frost, and I was watching it, I was going, this is just awful.
Michael Keaton?
No, it's fucking thingy, Martin Short.
Oh, Martin Short. Thank you, Robbie.
Yeah, Martin Short. I was literally watching it and going, this is just awful. It's like, but I'm loving every minute of it. I actually skipped a bit of it because I couldn't handle it.
What do you mean you couldn't handle it? What happened? I haven't seen that film in years.
There's a bit in it where, because it's supposed to be all about, like, Scott can't seem to handle personal and work life for some reason.
Right.
Even though he's an omnipotent, legendary figure. And,
He knows his fucking name.
And he's stressing and like, oh, you can get your star on the tree. This will be great. Come on, this is what we do traditionally together. And it's just like his wife's thing she had from a child, like diamond thing. And he drops it. And it smashes all over, and it's too much emotional stuff going on. I can't handle it.
Jesus Christ.
I have to skip.
It's John Wick when you have to skip the dog's death, and that you get.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you see, she was devastated.
Right.
Devastated.
Well, what would you recommend for Robbie this Christmas season?
Oh God, I've run a blank. What hasn't he seen? What has he seen already?
Well,
I can't name every film I've ever seen, Lewis.
Right. Well, he's seen Gremlins. That's his favorite Christmas film. He also likes what was it? The Right Miracle on 34th Street, which is the original.
Yeah.
What's another one? What was
Christmas
another one you
Vacation, I
mentioned?
love.
Christmas Vacation. That's the other one that he loves as well.
What a film!
There you go.
Banger.
You know what? Just I'm curious. I don't know if he's seen it, but I'm curious because of how horrendous it got reviewed at the time. Bloody Christmas with the Cranks. See what he reckons.
No, I mentioned that to him at the start of this episode, and he got like PTSD from it.
I saw Christmas with the
looked
Cranks
it
at
because
cinema.
I think it was just for trying to look for a film. And then I looked at the Rotten Tomatoes and I was like, it's 5%.
Yeah, it is, Lewis. Yeah, it is.
It's a brilliant film.
No, Robbie
insane.
confirmed me there saying that he saw that in the cinema, which I can only imagine
I saw it in the cinema, but don't remember anything about it, so I will watch it again.
He is going to rewatch it again because he saw it in the cinema, but he can't remember a thing about it. So you've got him on there. So there you go.
I looked at the review of it, like the consensus, and it said some miserable attempt at trying to get us all to what was it? To confide. Oh, what the hell's
Convert?
when you like? No, not convert. You know when you're everyone you just go with the flow. What the hell's the word?
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It was the most it was like some sort of like anti-capitalist just wrote it. Like he was totally like, oh, I will not comply with the holidays. It was like someone wrote it. It's like I will not let Tim Allen not comply.
Jesus Christ.
Well, there we have it. There you go, everyone. Lewis, for the first time, not being a meme.
Yeah.
On the intermission.
Unbelievable.
Cool. Well, you got Robbie. He's just a walking meme at this point. Let's be honest.
Oh, fuck you, man.
It was
Seen the state of that man.
Fuck you, what the fuck?
I mean, you know. Look at him.
Who's more of a meme, Robbie or Joe? Robbie or Joe? Who's more of a walking meme?
It depends what you mean by meme. I think of Robbie's more of a walking meme for obvious reasons, and I think Joe is just more of a walking. He's more of a walking risk. I just feel like
Jesus Christ.
I feel like when he's around, it's not that something dangerous is going to happen. It's more like it's just something's going to happen. We don't know what it is.
Yeah.
It could be offensive. It could not be offensive.
Good point.
It could make my day. It could ruin my day.
That's a very good. No, you know what? I can confirm with Joe.
Absolutely.
He's gonna make your day. He's gonna ruin it. So you know.
Yeah.
He
Well,
commented
recently. He made your lovely film shoot tolerable when I was freezing in the cold of the night.
Hey,
with my little mic.
We'll get to hysteria at some point. We'll get to discussing that at some point.
We'll get you cancelled for the treatment of your entire crew that day.
There was nothing illegal that happened on that set, Lewis. I can tell you that much. Nothing illegal happened.
That no one witnessed.
Well,
What?
what was I going to
The
say?
NDA is strong enough.
No, what was I going to say? What about Joe ruining stuff? Ruining day?
Me being a walking meme.
When he ruins the day.
No, I can't remember. Like what I was going to say. So, oh yeah, on the Intermission Instagram, we've asked everyone like what their favorite Christmas film was, and Joe answered with. What do you think Joe answered with?
Oh, it'd be something weird. I genuinely don't know.
He answered with Sonic 2.
Scum.
I'm building more respect for him as time goes on.
that got Robbie genuinely angry.
I was genuinely upset.
Sonic 2 is a really good film. I don't know what you mean.
I did enjoy Sonic 2,
That was the
but
last film. Oh no, it wasn't. Oh, I saw the last film I saw before the COVID lockdown was the first Sonic
Was
movie.
the first Sonic. That was
Yeah.
Sonic.
beautiful.
And then I got the Nolan's arguably one of his most boring films.
Tenet.
Tenet.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck
I
that
still don't
movie.
know what it's about. Robert Pattinson doesn't even know what it's about.
I forget he's in it. Forget he's in it.
Jesus Christ.
He made it
What
up
bag
for
of shit.
Oppenheimer though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's his better film.
Yeah.
He's finally known about. I mean, you know, when's Robbie gonna do that?
When's Robbie going to do what?
When's Robbie gonna give us a big comeback after his science fiction film?
Well,
Love
no.
it. What the hell is it called? Something about space and love.
I fucking hate this guy so much.
A Story of Love and Interplanetary Warfare, Lewis. Is
Now available on YouTube.
now available on YouTube. There you go. Thank you, Robbie, for the plug.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you. Now available on YouTube. I think that might be the first time I've seen it, to be honest with you.
I fucking this fucking guy's this guy's fucking scum.
Bloody joking.
No, but to answer that, Lewis, stay tuned for 2024.
Yeah, man.
Whatever happens, and I don't mean my end of year film. I mean which also reminds me, I'm going to finish that off and then send you the clip probably tomorrow, so
Hell
you
yeah.
can start
What I'm
actually
saying is,
composing.
Are you doing a New Year podcast or in the year thing?
We're doing a top 10 films of the year. Yeah.
Right. So, what I've got you for Christmas is going to be perfect for it.
I don't like that. I don't.
Take it as a threat, mate. No, it's not. You'll like it.
I've got it on record. If it is something dangerous, you've all
Oh
heard it.
god.
You've all heard it.
I'd say it's only dangerous with Gary in the room.
Oh God. Right.
Yeah,
Well.
it's
Oh,
only
no.
dangerous if Gary's in the room.
Right. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll make sure
Harold.
I have it around him. I'll make sure.
Terrifying idea.
That's all I can say.
Right. Well, thank you very much, Lewis, for the special call in there, and then enjoy your coffee.
That'll do. It took me a good 10 minutes to make it.
It's 11 at night, Lewis. Why are you making a coffee at this time?
You
It's not
strange
for me,
boy.
it's for Victoria.
Oh,
The deep
what?
half.
What?
Who do you think I am?
Why is Victoria having it? Doesn't she get up early than you?
No, I get up earlier there.
Yeah. Well.
Shit.
Well, I didn't today.
Yeah. Are you in tomorrow?
Yeah, I've got a lovely lecture at 9:30 of computer networks
No fun.
Lovely.
with my boy Bo.
I'm working at Arc at 10 a.m. watching Well Done, Mummy Penguin.
Nice.
What?
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
That sounds like a crime.
It's a children's play.
Banned in 7 countries. Right.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go because I need to get back to watching Jingle All the Way.
Enjoy, mate.
Right, you. I'll see you before Christmas, but Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas flag.
Merry Christmas, you filthy piece of shit.
And I suppose for Robbie as well. I mean,
Thanks, mate.
look, mistake a state of him.
This guy's horrible.
That was Lewis Hamilton. There you go, everyone.
What a mean man.
I was expecting him just to come on and just do a bit, but no, we had a conversation with him.
Great conversation. Good on him.
There you go.
Merry
thank you all
Christmas.
for watching and listening. Always love these holiday specials. I don't know which one. You know what? Each one of the 4 ones have been all very different, but they've all been very good.
Yeah.
The first one, It's a Wonderful Life. We were in the recording booth.
We were in the
Beauty.
dub suite.
we were in a cupboard basically.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Loved it in there.
We Miracle on 34th Street. We were in my room. Did that.
Banger episode.
Last year, Christmas Story might be my favorite episode we've ever done. We started
wasted.
sober, we got drunk, then became sober again. That was like...
That was fucking crazy. I loved that episode. I might listen to that. I don't often listen to these because I feel like a piece of shit when I do, but...
You were dressed as an elf.
I was dressed as an elf. And damn, I looked good.
You do look good as an elf.
Quite frankly.
Hang on, I need to send you a photo. And to sign this off, I'm going to send you a photo of one of the wrestlers at the wrestling show, one of the North show, called Liam Slater, where he was dressed as
Oh god.
on said show.
Oh fucking hell. I mean, that's pretty much the costume I was wearing.
I think it is your costume.
That's insane. Maybe we shop at the same place.
You might. He's from Bradford, so isn't that
No, fuck. Yeah, maybe actually. Yeah. Jeez.
There you go.
Oh god.
So yeah, everyone have a very good Christmas. All that jazz. Do we have any? Did anyone else have a final? Just let me double check before.
Yeah, go on. See if
sign
anyone's put one on.
Is there any? Oh God, hang on. Instagram just wasn't opening for me there.
Shit.
No.
God damn it.
Other people have looked at it, but no, everyone is answered.
Fucking frigid.
But there you go. So thank you all watching, and maybe listening if it's on the podcast platforms. But anyway, and yeah, we'll see you for the it'll be the top 10 films of the year, won't it? I think would be the next.
So. That'll be the next one. Yeah.
It'll be the next one. Yeah. Because it'll be that, and then the Oscars probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. Well.
Fuck yeah.
Links in the description for everything that's been mentioned and everything you need intermission wise. And take care. Happy holidays.
Happy Hanukkah.